Yo, this your brother Aboriginal Power, man. You already know this is another episode of the Wake and Bake Show, man. This is open panel, live debates, man. American history is Black history. Man, make sure y'all hit that like button, thumb up the video, support the channel, man. You already know how we rocking.
Yep. Wild Indian, yeah.
Hey V, line them up.
I'm a wild Indian, you know I go crazy. Ain't really Indian, that boy fugazi. I just keep it player, you can never play me. You got an ass so fat, girl, let's make a baby. And another one. Then I'm back to the trap, I'm trying double some. She a bad woke chick and I love her tongue. We some jurisdiction boys, we some 101s. Look, don't compare me to no Martin dog, I'm like Malcolm X. Die about our freedom, we'll leave a crack and stretch. Round of applause, boy, you know we clapping text. Chucky dog, child play, yeah, nigga, that's what's next. Open up the cans just like Arizona. Pull up mad stuff like we got the Rona. We set up jurisdictions when we buy the corner. How you claiming that's your hood and you not the owner? Be the B, I just pulled up in the need for speed. Free the land, tell the colonizers that they need to leave. Wild Indian up in my veins, you know how we bleed. You ain't gotta lie about who we is, dog, just keep it G. We at war, we can't keep the peace. Since we at war, gotta keep the peace. Whack a cone, then I meditate. Should I need to breathe? Keep an Olmec head when we slide, dog, cause we the shit.
Like my niggas said, bitch, we the shit. I can't keep the peace. If it pop off, then I want a piece. I'm just on release. I'm in go mode, motherfucker thief. In these streets like EBT, when we at war, make peace with me. I don't give a damn, understand. Fuck who stole this land, white or black or tan. Understand, it's fuck who stole this land. Might have seen me get a little buddy these hands. He wasn't no Abbo man. A lot of these dudes is Sambo man. They full of shit like my ammo can. What they call an N-word out the wrong mouth as an ambulance. Wild Indian, get it in advance, or you can post date it. Ask around, I'm the most hated. Straight sacred, they stole acreage. Yo ape shit, show ain't shit. It won't be televised, I don't tape shit.
Be the B, I just pulled up in the need for speed. Free the land, tell the colonizers that they need to leave. Wild Indian up in my veins, you know how we bleed. You ain't gotta lie about who we is, dog, just keep it G. We at war, we can't keep the peace. Since we at war, gotta keep the peace. Whack a cone, then I meditate. Should I need to breathe? Keep an Olmec head when we slide, dog, cause we the shit.
It's a lost generation. We starving for greatness. We hardly can make it, and truth is a pill that we hardly can take. Look at our generation, walking lost in this matrix, praying God come and save them. You'll do it for yourself if you really want to help, otherwise it'd be hard to escape. With a lost generation, it's a lost generation. We starving for greatness. We hardly can make it, and truth is a pill that we hardly can take. Look at our generation, walking lost in this matrix. At us, man. Praying God come and save us out here. You'll do it for yourself if you really want to help, otherwise it'd be hard to escape. With a lost generation, where everything's fun and games. We drink and we smoke just to numb the pain. We scream for the cops when a brother gets shot. Then we march for our money, don't nothing change. Damn, I'm tired of these fucking games, shit. We gotta do something, man. They label us black, our history snatched. We don't even know where the fuck we came from. They gave you another name, washed it and gave you another brain. We used to be scholars till they gave us dollars. You gotta realize this a fucking game, so make sure you play it right. When you give it your all, you sleep when you lay at night. I am a ray of light, that's an affirmation, something that you could say alright. I hope this word get exposed, I swear this cycle's getting old. How we giving all our children shit, we couldn't deal with it. Shit from further from their souls, this world is so cold. Think to myself like damn, sometimes I don't wanna have babies. Like damn, what they gon' have faith in? I guess all I can say is, damn, this a lost generation. We starving for greatness. We hardly can make it, and truth is a pill that we hardly can take. Look at our generation, walking lost in this matrix, praying God come and save them. You'll do it for yourself if you really want to help, otherwise it'd be hard to escape. With a lost generation, this a lost generation. We starving for greatness. We hardly can make it, and truth is a pill that we hardly can take. Look at our generation, walking lost in this matrix, praying God come and save them. You'll do it for yourself if you really want to help. Otherwise, it'd be hard to escape with a lost generation. Where youngins be selling us dope and politicians sell us hope. We never noticed all the power we got in our hands. They trick us and tell us to vote. Why should I care about July 4th? That one what my people died for was given religion and put up in a wicked system. But this shit won't our choice, so just find yours. There's different meanings of freedom, you need to define yours. Republic or Democrat, I don't get into that. They gotta give us back our voice. Cause how can the president speak for me? Or clean up the streets and find peace for me? They can't part the Red Sea for me. If I thought that, then I ain't even free. I'm just trying to tell them, the hand they dealing us is deadly. Let's come together for protection. They use their air, food, and water as weapons for harming my essence. It's time that we check it. I need my people to help me. The time is now, we need plans. But we ain't got no hope, so we apply, go vote and say, y'all don't know, just keep praying. Damn, this a lost generation. We starving for greatness. We hardly can make it, and truth is a pill that we hardly can take. Look at our generation, walking lost in this matrix, praying God come and save them. You'll do it for yourself if you really want to help. Otherwise, it'd be hard to escape with a lost generation. It's a lost generation. We're starving for greatness. We hardly can make it, and truth is a pill that we hardly can take. Look at our generation, walking lost in this matrix, praying God come and save them. You'll do it for yourself if you really want to help. Otherwise, it'd be hard to escape with a lost generation.
I think that if you take one of the O's out of good, it's God. If you had a D to evil, it's the devil. I think some cool motherfuckers sat down a long time ago and said, let's figure out a way that we can control motherfuckers. And that's what they came up with, is the Bible. Because if the guy wrote the Bible, I'm sure it would have been a revised copy by now. You know what I mean?
You should come and match this greatness. Wake up and I'm saying affirmations, staring at nature with infatuation. This feeling's amazing. Life is short, so while you live and embrace it. Shoot for the stars, stop living the basic. Cause time is expensive like Audemars. Some people done lost it all. You can have it all today, but you can lose it all tomorrow, for real. That's why I'm intelligent when I think. Every breath and every blink, forever I'm giving thanks, yeah. It keep me grinding, so I'm staying in nature. Why do we thank the creator, but don't thank the creation? Go to church where we pray to a savior, but yet it's simple. The building's man-made, the earth is the real temple. Feel it breeze, see the trees, fruits growing with ease. I kick it hit like Bruce Lee and learn to be like the sea. I wanna fly like the birds, the way they living is free. Everything that I observe, I just see it as me in a different form. So every chance I get, I spread love. If you hearing my voice, please keep your head up. People will criticize and try to knock what you've been through, but don't you ever let it stop. Your potential is all within you. Never surrender, tap into the love inside. Because some people never find it, others never try. Some people wanna live forever, others wanna die. Because they think the grass is greener on the other side. But you gotta water it here first, so conquer your fears first. And let the pain go by healing wounds that still hurt. The biggest keys to live is to grow and forgive. Start speaking your true thoughts, let them know how you feel. If you wanna be happy, start embracing the sadness. You gotta build a strong mind so you can break through the madness. Look around at the world, they all playing it backwards. If you want your dreams to happen, never chase them or trap them. We taking action. My factions here to live in alignment. We experience life knowing that we here to design. We was born to have freedom, not to live in confinement. If you ain't got it, well, I'm here to remind you. It's time to get up and find it.
Shout out to everybody in the building, man. We will be starting a live stream in just a second, man. Y'all know what's
Time to heal. Time to change.
Y'all know what's
Time to elevate.
Grand Rising, everybody.
You know, if you hear my voice right now, I'm right here with you. Through all the pain, through all the challenges. You know what I mean? We got to keep going. We got to stay motivated. You understand? Because life is a journey. We got to treat it as such. Don't get weighed down by all the negatives. Stay focused on the positive, you feel me? Love everything. Love everybody. Love the earth. Embrace the earth. Nurture the earth. Go outside. Sun gaze. Take your shoes off, you know what I mean? Put your feet directly in the soil. Feel the earth. Absorb what it's here to give you, which is love. So it's only right we love it back.
I'm not crazy at all, okay? Everybody knows saying that Dirty is crazy. Dirty is not crazy at all. Dirty just foresee a lot of people don't force.
Got it covered. We've been discovered in sacred land, not Columbus. Stop the front and you're hating. The natives was copper color. We the greats. We embrace indigenous DNA. Ancestors beating rape. They captured us. We were slaves. But before we was peaceful people striving, they seen it. Typical colonizer saying all our kindness is weakness. Destroying nations. Diminished our history, then erased it. Committed genocide. Turned corpses to corporations. Brought more of us on the slave ship. They was taking us for fools. And we still waiting for that 40 acres and a mule. Tell them run that. It's going down like a sunset. A genocide was a setback for major comebacks. I run laps around these lies, speak facts you gotta find. But it's hard to rise cause we all trapped inside our minds. So it's time to break the chain, stop fighting and make a change. Different tribes worldwide, united on the terrain, giving game on survival. We passing the truth on how to live off the land and grow natural foods. Let's get it.
His family was here when Columbus landed.
Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Y'all know, hit that like button, man. Let's get these likes up, y'all.
No kidding.
Y'all see the title. Y'all see the thumbnail.
We are learning more today.
Y'all see the title. Y'all see the thumbnail, man. Y'all know what's up, man. Shout out to all the American Aborigines. Shout out to my FBA brothers and sisters. Shout out to my Hebrew brothers and sisters. Shout out to my Moorish brothers and sisters. Hey, man. Shout out to all the Americans. Beautiful, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all know what's up. It's your brother Aboriginal Power. It's another episode of the Wake and Bake Show. Y'all see the title. Y'all see the thumbnail. American history is Black history. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link. Anybody want to debate? It's open live debates. Share your live stream. We taking all debates today. Any debates coming on, you know what I'm saying? We're going to get it in today. Well, I want to show some love to the Aborigine theological perspective, understanding. So we're going to get it in today. Somebody said Africa is the real world. Man, listen, I don't believe that. So if you believe that, come in the chat. Don't be one of these YouTube keyboard warriors. Come on and get it in. We're gonna be respectful. We're gonna let you get your shit off. You know what I'm saying? We want everybody to understand that. Because I'm gonna tell you like this: American Indian history is Black history. Black history is American Indian history. Facts. Facts. Nobody's going to debate that. And if you do want to debate it, the link is in the chat. Let me pin that in the chat too. Let me pin this in the chat. Let me pin the link. Let me go to the channel. Let me go to my channel. All right, let me pin this in the chat real quick. Let me pin this in the chat. Hey, man, y'all hit that link into the stream, y'all, man. Y'all come on in. I seen a couple people saying, no, it ain't. I want y'all to come on and explain why it ain't. Because I may be wrong. We open for debate. This is what this for. We're going to stand on our points. And we're going to bring it to the people and let the people decide. Come on, let's get it in, man. Our people are very fair over here. We don't got no yes men over here in this chat. We got the realest live chat in the motherfucking world when it comes to this Aboriginal understanding, man. Shout out to Don't Do It, man. I got a first donation in a while, man. I ain't got donation in days. Shout out to Don't Do It. Sent the $5 cash out donation. He said for own a African pack. Burn one. Man, you already know this is the Wake and Bake Show, man. I'm smoking on that Zimbabwe. I'm smoking on that Zimbabwe Nigerian pack mixed with some Nigerian truffle. You understand me? I'm on that Mansa Musa OG. No, this bullshit. Yeah, man, we smoking on them Africans today. Listen, I ain't just got smoke with Africans. I got smoke with anybody. American Indians, Aborigines, Moors, Hebrews. Anybody who wants some smoke can tap in. This free smoke. I want all the smoke with all you niggas. Aborigines, Indians, niggers, blacks, Jews, anybody. I want the smoke. We're going to debate today. You understand me? We're going to debate today. This is a live debate. This is live. This is live, y'all. This ain't no bullshit. Nigga, black culture, black history is Indian history. Indian history is Black history. I don't think nobody's going to debate that. The link is pinned in the chat. Everything is corporate now. White Falcon, you can't name something that ain't corporatized. But at one point in time, it wasn't. This corporate shit came from the Jewish Nazi banking families. We know that. They was trying to issue this whole shit in. You became a dead body, part of a corporation. You see what I'm saying? The operation of the dead entity. You understand me? That's how they got you with them birth certificates or certificates of death, is what they really are. That's the 1666 Sexecute Act. Come on, man. I want all smoke with anybody that want to deal. Like, this is your chance to come shine. This is your chance to come bring some information. If it's fire, you know I'm agree with it. If I agree, I agree. If I don't, I don't. Come with it. The link is pinned in the chat. You know what I'm saying? It's free smoke. Free Smoke Thursdays, man. I used to do a Free Smoke Friday, every Friday. Used to do a Free Smoke Friday. Creatures of status, right, right. Descriptive people, you know what I'm saying? Do anybody want to come on and debate? If we're not black, then come on and tell me we're not black. Don't say it from the chat, because I'm saying that Indian history, American Indian history, is black history. That's what I'm saying. Anybody debating that can come on. The link is in the chat. African is black means dead. Tariq. Where's the money, Tariq? Bucci Bird. Y'all still got me blocked, dude? Come on, man. Chill out, fam. I be unblocking niggas every week. I unblock 100 niggas every week. Cut it out. It took me a minute, though, because I had to figure out how to do that shit. But ain't nobody blocked in my chat no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man, we got to understand this, man. Like, I want all the smoke. Pan-Africans, Hebrews, Moors, Jews, niggers, everybody. I want all the smoke. What's going in, goddamn Rabbi Finkel? The I Am. What's going on, Rabbi?
I'm not a rabbi, man.
No, I'm just fucking with you. Hey, not a coincidence. The debate is about whatever y'all want. Yeah, bring the smoke to the table. The link is pinned in the chat, man. We're doing one-on-one. We're doing debates, man.
Peace, Aboriginal TV.
All you just bring some fire information. You understand me? What's going on, I Am? What you got for us today, man?
Man, I don't see any. I know y'all claiming to be from the Americas.
Okay.
But
I don't claim it. I'm just telling the truth, sir. This ain't a claim. This is a statement of a fact.
Have you noticed everybody that's over here in America? We don't look like Negroes, should I say? Most Negroes do not look like anybody over here except only people we look like.
I know, and that's just like Australians. Australians don't look like nobody we ever seen. They don't look like Africans. They don't look like Americans. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got.
I'm saying the only people in the world that the Negroes really look like, if they're not mixed, is or have another race as a parent, is the Africans, people from Africa.
Man, listen, people from Africa don't even look like that for real. Listen, I'm trying to tell you this right here, bro. Listen, because we be starting in the middle of the story, trying to explain how the shit is. No. Africans ain't even African, my nigga.
Yeah, I understand you saying that you saying that the Negroes started here and went to Africa. I got that.
No. That ain't what I said. I've never said that all human Negroes on this planet stimulate from the Americas. I have never said that, sir. That would be absurd.
Right. I didn't say you said that. I'm saying that I heard some Aboriginals teach that before that.
Well, listen, all Aborigines ain't big Aboriginal power.
I got
All
you. I got you.
Aborigines don't got the platform.
So
Been pushing this information since 2017. Okay.
okay. So would you agree that many of the so-called black people in America and many of the black people that's in Africa look alike or have a lot of resemblance?
Repeat that again. Hey, Jamie N. Hit the link in the chat and bring it to the table. All debate topics are welcome. Go ahead, brother. Repeat what you said again. My bad.
I said, when I look at people and I say, okay, who does the so-called black people in America or in the Americas look like? The only ones I can really see that they really look more like is the Africans, people in Africa. We don't look like most black people don't look like Asians.
No, actually, they don't, bro. We don't look like Africans. We don't look nothing like Africans. Now, if you're doing similarities, all humans share similarities.
I know that.
All people that originate from their land that will be aboriginal to their land is going to share a common look. But no, we're not the same. We don't look the same. Our bones is not the same. Our genetic layout and veins and glands and tissues is not the same. Our brain capacity and way it links and interworks is not the same. You understand?
Okay, I agree with that. I'm not saying they're the same. I'm saying that
we all look similar to everybody.
What I'm saying is Africans have woolly hair, just like
Australians got woolly hair. Asians got woolly hair.
What Asians got woolly hair?
Negritos.
Okay, you talking about black people that's there, yeah, but the Asians, the Asians that everybody that we pretty much know as Asians normally have straight hair.
The original Asians are the Negritos or the niggas.
The reason Asians look
okay, but that's not. But
the reason Asians look like that today, man, is because of these original slaves, which is a topic we're gonna bring up today, which is the white people. White people were sold all over the planet when nigger nations was at its best. And the reason you see these little pale-skinned Asians is just a result of the mixed breeding of the white Slavics that was enslaved in their area. When you go to places like Cambodia, you see nothing but dark-skinned Asian people with woolly hair that look like Negroes. There's whole cities where there's nothing but Negroes in Asia right now.
Okay, but the thing about it is when you describing those type of Asians, you're talking about Negroes. So you can say, okay, so American.
No, I'm not saying Negro. I'm saying black, so-called black people, woolly hair. Right. I'm describing. I'm not saying Negroes because Asians don't get called Negroes.
Okay, so the so-called black Asians, they are not the same as the ones that got straight hair.
They're a mixture. The ones that got straight hair are a mixture. Anytime you see straight hair, it's a mix, bro. It's a mixture going on. All these people are results of white people. The Arab, the Asian, the Mexican, the motherfucking everybody. They're a result of the mixed breed, man. These are these are black people's that made it and made these mixed breeds. In America, they call them mulatto and mestizos. In Afghanistan and the shit, they call them Arabs. Over there, they call them Asians. They got different names for these mixed breeds, man. It's only variations. You're acting like it's different variations of how this shit went down. There's only original. Then you had admixture of the white slave. The white slave was sent out everywhere.
Correct. AP, ask him, do he believe in every movie he's seen?
He hear you. Ask him, brother. He hear you.
I will. He know he don't want to talk to me. Dude,
I'll talk to anybody, but
what's your name again?
I deal with humans every day. I deal with people every day, right? And
no, answer the question.
What's your question?
Do you believe in every movie you see?
No.
Say what?
No.
Do you believe in Roots?
No.
That's why I was headed.
No.
Yeah, I know he don't believe in roots, but he believe in other things that is also artificial inserts into our history.
Then
But
he
that's
won't be
needless to
talking
say.
if he don't.
No, he's a Hebrew brother, so he from
No, Aboriginal. I'm not a Hebrew, but I do believe.
you a
But let
Christian.
me. No, I'm not a Christian either. I'm not a Muslim.
What
But I
are
do
you?
believe.
What are you? Well, hold on, then, sir. Now I got some questions for you.
Yeah.
What do you identify as, sir?
I am. I am who I am.
No, I'm saying on record. You put I am when they say you a black Negro, Jewish, or Mexican or something. What you putting down, man? You put I am.
I don't think that's a fair question because
Man, what do you identify as, bro? As what are you, bro?
I'm a Negro.
You a
Israelite.
Negro? All right, so Negroes are only from America. So you from America?
Yeah, I'm from America. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I don't identify those things you just mentioned, like Islam. Muslim,
Oh,
Christian.
okay. You ain't no religious zealous. Okay, my bad, brother. I didn't know that.
Yeah, those are just religions.
Yeah,
And
I
I
thought
like.
you were religious zealous. I thought that's what you was this whole time, brother. I've been looking at you the wrong way this whole time. I am. Shame on me.
No, I've been there, done that. I don't think that's not good. That's not healthy to be a religious zealot.
Oh no, that's definitely not healthy.
That's not healthy.
Just consuming a bunch of garbage. That's bio waste. You don't want to eat that, brother.
Yeah, and it messes up families and stuff. It divides families and
Yeah,
stuff.
when you gotta make your wife sleep on the floor because she's going through her menstrual time, you know.
Boy, you crazy, man. Aboriginal, come on, that wasn't fair, man. This is what I'm saying. I like some of the stuff about being certain things in the religion of like not eating pork and stuff like that, keeping clean, keeping yourself bathed, but no, I'm not gonna I wouldn't try to force that on people on black people per se or Aboriginal. No.
All right, well, shit, man. We got my boy Tayshawn on here too, man. Listen, the link is pinned in the chat. We welcome all debates. Make sure you share the live stream, man. We getting it in today, man.
Aboriginal TV, but Aboriginal TV.
This ain't Aboriginal TV.
As about.
Oh, okay, Aboriginal Power. My fault. But but I'm saying, I don't think
name up here, man. Shout out to my big brother Aboriginal TV too, man. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Aboriginal TV. But man, you see my motherfucking name up here, though. Stop playing with me.
Yeah, Aboriginal Power. My fault, man. My fault. So yeah, I would say me. I don't think that looking at the information that you all put out. I don't think black people at all is from here, in my opinion. If they are, I would say they
black
from the
people
South.
are the Indians. Black people. Listen, there's no other people on the planet that gets identified, recognized, described, and called socio-politically and urbanly as black people, not Negroes or alleged Negroes from Africa, Australia, Europe, Asia, or nowhere else. Black when people from China, Asia, Africa, Australia, Europe say black people, they're talking about Negroes in North America.
I got no problem with that. But so that's not my issue. That's not even. I wouldn't disagree with that. What I'm saying is that Negroes, if they're from this continent, I'm talking about the Americas. I would say would be more in the southern part of the Americas. Like,
can I ask you a question? I am.
Listen, bro. Listen, let me break this down to you. You probably
isn't that what the Olmec said?
You're probably right. Now let's look at it. What we call South America today, in general consensus, is South America. What we call Central and North America is really all just Central America. What we call Mexico is directly connected to Texas. Texas connected to California. New Mexico is connected to Earth. This all was considered Mexico. So we know that what we looked at as North America is technically Central America. And what we call Canada is North America. Now we got that in perspective. Let's have a conversation. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't got an issue with how you explain that. That's cool. What I'm saying is that the more of the climates, warmer climates is all year round. I would say if Negroes come from this part of the
in North America that we call today, which is technically Central America, is warm all year round, brother.
Yeah,
It never
I was about to
rains
say
or
that.
snow in Southern California,
That's
bro.
what I'm saying. I don't got a problem with that. I don't got a problem with that.
Right now, Florida hot right now.
Florida, yep.
New Orleans is probably cold right now. I ain't gonna lie, New Orleans probably look cold.
No, hey, Aboriginal power. I'm saying I'm agreeing with you on that. I'm saying
Right.
it would be more of the warmer air.
Listen, that's why you find all the pyramids up here, what we call North America, which is technically what I would say Central America, literally. So now listen, when we breaking this down, we got the most mounds and pyramids. You understand me?
Okay, I respect that. I respect that. So okay.
The most luxurious buildings and magnificent urban planning. This goes back thousands and thousands of years ago. The way you see your street laid out, and you got, you know what I mean, this process of sanitization, you got transportation, all this whole system working in this one orchestrated community where people are living and doing.
You're right. So let me ask you this, bro.
Thousands of years ago.
Where are the Olmecs found? Since I know you, this is
Olmecs is from where we from, what we call North America today. But which
what area? What area of America? That would be Central America.
South, like that. They from the South, so the Olmecs would have sound just like me. They from the South. You understand me? They would have been down by like Texas. You understand me? Southern New Orleans and Florida. They even made their way up to Tennessee. As a matter of fact, the Olmec settled and lived in Tennessee, bro.
Okay, so what about Peru?
Yamasee is just an indigenous classification term, but those Yamasee people and the people that occupy Tennessee are really Olmec descendants.
Okay, what about Guatemala, Brazil?
Oh, that's down South America. Now you know, they have some things going on. Their conditions is not like how we went through, but it's the same Negroes down there though. Same Negroes. You know what I mean? Same Negroes.
Okay, I'm gonna pause, let y'all speak, but what not a coincidence that? See what he got to say on that. Cause
yeah, you need help, but
yeah.
I was gonna say that.
Peace, man.
No, because I wanted to say, I understand that that they found the Olmec heads down in South America, Mexico, but the Olmec culture was all the way up into the United States.
They found Olmec figurines in St. Louis.
I was just about to say about the figurines in St. Louis. I was just about to say that.
They found the Olmec calendar in Mississippi. This culture wasn't inclined and confined to one area. It is one area. What we call North America today and what we call Central America today is all really just Central America. You combine that little strip and all of North America, that's Central. You understand me? Once you go past the Panama Canal, getting past Nicaragua, that's when you're getting into South America. Okay.
Yeah, I could walk in Mexico from El Paso. I could walk to Mexico, literally.
Man, listen, man. The link is pinned in the chat, man. We welcome all debates. Should we lower gas prices or should you get trans people rights? Which one? Should we get lower gas or trans people rights? We debating all topics today. Ain't nothing off the table. So do you have any more questions? The link is pinned in the chat, man.
Yeah, I want to make a kind of like a comment question type thing. Okay, so
now if you make a comment, I'm gonna have to make a comment to where you left a comment at. All right, I'm just letting you know. Go ahead.
No problem, man. I know you're a communicator. You're a communicator. So you got the Christianity, you got the Muslim. Now, like I say, we can pull from those religions, but I don't think
I'm not here to bash any of my people's religion. Right. I want them to recognize that they bloodline, because most religions is not practiced in an open forum, standing out, or in a restaurant, or in a unified gathering. It's practiced at the privacy of their home, or in a or a privacy of a conjoined home where multiple families dwell in, which is what we call a church. So no, I'm not here to bash no religion.
Right. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Aboriginal could be anything: a Muslim, a Jew, a motherfucking Christian, a Moor, an atheist, a devil worship, emo. Listen, Aborigines fucked up in America. They done conditioned us to believe a lot of shit. But one thing I want them to truly understand is who they is. Fuck, I don't care about their religion.
Okay, no, that my question was on. That's a good point. Is where did if I don't think it originated here in the Americas though. None of those religions, I don't think. But that's what I wanted to know.
I actually can prove that all these religions come from daily customs and traditions practiced by Aboriginals peoples thousands of years ago. And obviously, when we left to take our show on the road, this impacted cultures to the point where they turned these to religions.
Okay. So you saying the customs? Okay, you saying the customs, but not necessarily the religion.
Yeah, because religions deals with a set. To understand the religion and to separate a religion from one is the customs that they practice. And I'm saying that these customs come from the America, brother, from all religions.
Okay. So you said the customs. I got that. No problem. What does Not a Coincidence got to say on what you saying?
Man, Not a Coincidence he's a good kid. You understand what I'm saying? Shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my son.
Okay, so what about
and listen, and I don't call him son because I'm saying I'm his father. I call him son because he shine like one. You understand what I'm saying?
Got it. Or either you from New York or something, right? So look, you got people who actually I've heard some people teach where they can trace their ancestry back to Africa.
And I'll tell you.
So what's on that?
I tell you, if they can, they'll be a monkey's uncle.
What? I don't get that.
If they can trace their way back to Africa, they'll be a monkey's uncle. You understand what I'm saying? That's bullshit, man. I'll be dipped in shit and rolled in breadcrumbs. They can track their way back to Africa.
Okay, so where do people come from? Where do people from Haiti come from then?
Probably Africa.
That's what I'm talking about. They say they can trace their ancestry back there.
Oh no, yeah, they got dropped off. Some Africans did get dropped off in Haiti for sure, for a shit show. But what's confusing about that is because the indigenous peoples from New Orleans took it out when the French locked in. They went out to Haiti as well. This is how you get that language barrier being out there in Haiti. So a lot of them people from Haiti also come from America as well. But yeah, it was some Africans dropped off out there. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm not here to lie. It was a few Africans that came to America, and most of them was dropped off in them islands, man. Nobody was dropped off in the big dog America, man. Sorry. But go ahead, I am.
So was those slave ships the ships that Marcus Garvey was the ones that he was trying to get people to go back to Africa with?
Now that's way after Marcus Garvey, bro. We talking 1900s, late 1800s. You talking Marcus Garvey? Nah, they had already constructed a new plan. They was like, man, these Africans don't even. They fucked up the islands. They, you know what I'm saying? So they got the idea. Was like, listen, these niggas in North America got all the inventions. They done built all these luxurious buildings. They got towels and all this nice things going on. You understand what I'm saying? So they was like, listen, we're going to put together this American Colonization Society. We're going to use the church, which they love, to get them to go to Africa. And this is how they start getting together with Richard Allen, W.E.B. Du Bois, Marcus Garvey, sending them motherfuckers out to Africa. They was trying to make some money off of us. They was trying to use us as crack rocks. You understand me? We was a crack rock, metaphorically. You understand me? And Marcus Garvey tried to do it out there with them niggas in the islands. They kicked his bitch ass out. He went out there trying to link in with Haile Selassie. He seen he was a fraud, kicked his bitch ass out. So he was banned from Jamaica and Africa. So I don't know why he was just dropping y'all niggas out about to sell y'all. He wasn't even allowed to go in. Then you see he couldn't go to the Americas. The real niggas here wasn't fucking with him. So he went back to his masters. The masters, you know, who he was working for is where he buried at, which is in Europe. He worked for the Euro. He was a European proxy.
Got it. I hear you. All right.
I mean, you got any more questions, bro? I'm here for all the smoke, man. Anybody in the chat, I'm on all the smoke. All the smoke. So hit the link. Link pinned in the chat.
Yeah, who created the judicial system here?
Man, listen, man. I don't even want to get into that because that's a bill that needs a whole dedication dedicated to it. I will be doing it unjustly, trying to give it to you in 5 to 10 minutes. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is just know that the system is corrupted by man. You understand me? Man and sellouts is what made this system not work. You understand me? You can have a motherfucker with a lawnmower that cut grass good. You hear me? I'm
listening.
I mean, he cut good grass good than a motherfucker. He give it to the next man. Listen, I want you to cut that grass just like me. That man might not can cut that grass like that using that same machine system that he told him to use. You understand me? It's not the system, it's the operator. I'm just giving you some game. You understand me?
Okay,
well, brother. It's not the system, brother. It's not the system, brother. This system that we see today been working and been in cohesive use going back 5,000 to 6,000 years ago in America, brother. Olmecs used it. Mississippian culture used it. Poverty Point used it. Hopewell community used it. Guatemala used it. El Mirador used it. You understand me? Florida used it. New York used it. You understand me? And it was only to the corruption of the operator had changed. That's all.
All right. So what's the end game for blacks or Negroes or Aboriginals?
Well, it's to get back into the operator seat. Needless to say, just to you know what I mean, sum it up. You know what I'm saying? To get back into that operator seat. You know.
Well, aren't they already in that seat?
Now. We ain't gonna play these little now nigga games now.
You said you want all the smoke. You said you want all the smoke.
I do. I want all the smoke, sir. But you can't ask no question like that. You know.
Hold on, but that's a legit.
Well, I actually feel like it was a rhetorical.
No, that's a legitimate question because you got mayors that's Aboriginals all in this country.
Okay.
And chief of police.
Okay.
And attorney attorney. Man,
is the mayor the system? Is the mayor the system?
Yeah, you got mayors, you got powerful mayors, black mayors.
No. I'm saying, is the mayor the operator of this system?
That's part of it.
I ain't saying who's a part or is an employee. Who is the operator?
Okay, wait a minute. I'm confused. Okay, can you explain?
Yeah, you very confused.
Can you explain? Can you explain that?
Hey, I am. You asking that question. Who do they work for?
They working for themselves. They working for the city.
Man, you believe that?
Hit the link, man. Come on the link. Come on the channel, man.
I'm my bad. I'm not trying. I'm not trying. I'm salivating right now. I feel like smoke's in there.
No, you good, bro. You got it.
Man, the tax people, they working for the taxpayers, man. That's what they working
for.
No,
you believe that?
I mean, it's true.
No. It's a difference between working for taxpayers and being paid by taxpayers. It's a total difference.
Okay.
We do pay for shit, but they don't work for us, bro. Now, see, you be asking these twofold lucrative ass Riddler ass questions, and I'm used to them, brother. Trust me, just know that.
Yeah.
Hey man, I'm just trying to get you. I'm trying to get the. Hey man, you want the numbers?
No, but how long you been over here and you haven't learned nothing?
I know how to get the numbers. I am. This is just for the people. This ain't about the.
How
numbers.
long you been over? I am. You come over here every day, and you still don't know these answers. That these stupid. I mean, you know what? I'm not gonna
you know the answer. I want him to get. That's why I'm. You know what I mean? You know the answer.
Okay, this is what I'm saying. Okay,
get to the point.
I don't know who your co-host is.
let me ask you, let's get into the meat and potatoes. There's a lot of different other races and foreigners in this land occupying North America, along with the indigenous so-called black, right?
Yeah.
All right. Now, all these foreigners come over here and benefit off of the black people, so-called indigenous black people here. We spend $1 trillion a year, just black people in North America, bro. Every race of people is getting a piece of that. Now, what I'm telling you is, what can we do to consolidate or to amputate this? Because there's nothing tangible that's benefiting black people that comes from any foreigner, African, black, Jew, nigger, Mexican, Arab, or East Indian. Do you understand me?
Okay, but in reference to political and social power and positions, Aboriginals do have those positions of power.
No, we don't, bro.
You're right. Not the right ones.
Hold on. So let me ask
you.
You
right. A few do. I know where you headed.
So you tell me the chief is a chief of police
a few that do is not doing anything for us.
Okay, but we can't deny the fact that the chief of police.
Okay, I knew you was headed. I'm a step ahead of you.
No problem. I don't mind you being a step ahead of me. That's fine. I'm not the smartest person in the world, but
go ahead, bro. Get it out. I want to see what your question is so I can understand what you're saying.
So what I'm saying is, like, when I asked you what was the end game, and then you said
to get back into the operating seat.
The operating seat.
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay, and so that was a good answer. But then I said, okay, well, I said, don't Aboriginals and blacks or Negroes have those operating seats already?
Not when you became in bondage. Not when you became a victim of this system's default operations operator. You understand me? The true indigenous people of this land. It's not even in their rightful status. They are victims of paper genocide. They almost was eradicated in less than 3 decades on paper, bro.
Okay, no problem. I mean, you can have that, but whether you
only get done like that if you're not in the
what's your end game?
What I'm saying is, even if you are not
helping other people, so I love it. You right. Let me shut up.
Even if they're not going by Aboriginal, we can't deny the fact that Aboriginals have powerful operating positions in this country.
No, they don't, man. No, they don't. No black man owns any distribution. No black man owns any banking chain link. No black man owns any insurance company. No black man owns any mineral oil large companies. No black man, so-called black man, got their hands on strictly structuring the information, the education system in America. So no,
let's add to that. Let's add to that and say anymore.
In America.
I think that should be
anymore.
No, I'm not saying what should. I'm just saying what we don't have, and these are critical positions.
No, I'm saying what you just said should be challenged, because I would think that I would have to disagree with that.
Prove it in. Pull it up. Pull up one. Pull up anything that I said that I just brought up. That's a black man that's running and operating it. Not that's a proxy. Not that's a CEO, the president, the originator, the founder. The big
I am. You will say somebody that's like empowered.
To do that.
Go
ahead. I am.
Oh no, I was going to ask. I am, like, who would you say that's really in power right now? That's so-called black.
That's why I just asked him. I'm waiting on him.
Yeah. Okay,
well, I got my boy Hakeem T on here as well, man. Shout out to Hakeem.
Good, Hakeem.
And I also got
my bad.
Caleb Harris. My bad. Peace to both of you, brother.
What's up, bro? Just tuning in. I'm gonna let him build because I'm doing something. I'm gonna let him build.
Right. For sure. Tahir Harris.
Yeah. It was good.
Man, peace and blessings.
Peace. What up with y'all?
Man, everything good. I'm gonna get to you in a second. If you got questions or statements, you know what I mean, we're gonna get to you in a second. But I am. What was you saying again, brother? Are you gonna answer that and pull up?
Yeah, so I was just waiting for you to, So anyway, you got operating positions. Okay, they got plenty of, like in Atlanta, there's plenty of Aboriginals that have operating positions in
I'm
Atlanta.
talking about pertaining to what I just named. Critical positions and operating positions that need to be ran by blacks. That is really our ultimate detriment. Man, we don't have any of them things that we name. If we did, it would be totally different. It'd be totally
wouldn't
different.
be in this position, man.
Most particular positions are controlling the masses, which forces the other so-called blacks as proxies, and they're not getting there because of their work and their sure will for the American people. They're getting there because they're kissing the ass of the operator. So
I would try not to say that.
Okay, wait a minute. You trying to tell me? Okay, hold on. Well,
man, you're not getting it.
You trying to tell me in Atlanta that?
Yes, Atlanta Coons. Yes, that
black people are okay. You trying to say Aboriginals in Atlanta are kissing?
Absolutely. A lot of those
believe it. Believe it or leave it.
Boule, bro. They boule. A lot of them.
That's
boule. They're Masons, bro.
Whether they Masons or not, they still have operating positions.
No, as a
okay.
As a Mason,
AP, let me.
To occupy and kiss the white man's ass.
Okay, but hold on, AP. Okay, I see what you kind of talk about something maybe a little bit different. I'm saying, do they not hold these operating positions?
And these Masons are tied into secret societies. These secret societies are the ones that control and operate these positions that I just named, such as distribution, such as the banking and credit, such as the big farm, such as insurance. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay, but banking. You got blacks who own banks. If they haven't sold them all by now.
No. There are a couple of black-owned banks, but even these black-owned banks are tied into Jewish linkings. This is all from the banking system. This is all from the federal. Damn, what's the fucking name that I'm thinking about? Fuck, it'll come to me in a minute. But these people working for.
They're not working. They're not working. If it's your bank, how are you working for somebody?
Because it's locked in through the treasury.
Okay, but what's wrong with what's wrong with
it? Ain't nothing with you start your own shit. But what I'm saying is they still in occupies of what these other people want you to run your shit like.
Okay, can you give me an example of that they doing things that's not beneficial to your people? Because if you own a bank or some branches of banks, then is that not operating position power?
Well, most banks, right, that's privately owned become developing banks. And these developing banks develop projects that pertain to whatever they feel like growth need to be done in their community. For instance, most white-owned banks that is project planning banks plan projects like building highways, gentrifying your neighborhood. So if it's a black-owned bank, they should be doing the same operation in reverse engineering. You don't see that going on. There's no black-owned banks that's putting together funding and planning for the community to grow or added in for this particular people. No, they're all proxies. They all go into other development funding.
Okay, but okay.
All these banks are up under the Federal Reserve. We know who runs the Federal Reserve. It's not no black people running the Federal Reserve.
You sure? You sure there's no black? You sure there's no black people part of running?
It ain't. So you got to prove it.
Okay, but hold on now. So, you just mentioned the people that owns the banks when they doing these developments and stuff. Hey, that's a matter of choice of what they want to do with those finances and stuff. So I mean, if the Aboriginals is not
doing,
is
you can't prove me that no nigga is running this Federal Reserve operation in this banking system, the whole system. Now you can be attached and be a proxy of it and get in line just like these coons and mayors get in line as well. It's the same thing, bro. Are you confused?
I just want to say something. I want to speak how everybody doing. What's going on, and I just wanted to know like what's the confusion for dude, because it seems like dude just making this kind of harder than what it is, you know.
No, there ain't no confusion here. I'm saying I'm saying Aboriginals do have operating positions in this country. A lot of them, a lot of high positions.
Okay, but just because, all right, that's cool. But just because you have an operating position doesn't mean you have the end all say all. You see what I'm saying? You see, the people who run, hold on, the people who run this system, these banks are the Rothschilds, the Rockefeller. That's why you got a Roth savings account. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, I got your point.
Yeah, that no matter, it's like making a nigga a mayor. How many black? I live in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and I be in New Orleans. We didn't have buku black mayors and shit, and not one of them fixed the goddamn hood. So mentioning black people who are in operating positions of power is really null and void at this point. We got way bigger.
It's not null and void.
Let's be real.
I'm gonna tell you why it's not null and void.
Let's be real. A lot of these black people that get to these positions, coons. The rest of them, tethers, not even from America. So they don't have the same perspective or the same agenda or the same understanding as if an indigenous person would, based off of their conditions that they done went through.
I'm gonna give you an example. I didn't mean to cut my bad, son. I didn't mean to cut you out, but I want to give him an example though. Look at Obama. Look what Obama did when he went to Flint, Michigan. Look what he did. He tasted them people water and told them they shit ain't had lead in it, basically. When I was young, I probably ate a piece of paint chip in front of their faces. And you want to tell me about black people being in operating positions of power is important? They just as white as their
I don't think Obama's a good example. For one, he's not an Aboriginal to this country.
Well, they tried to portray him to be.
I mean, his ancestors.
They tried to portray him to be.
Okay, I got you. What I'm saying, but that's.
Come on, man.
I okay, no problem. But I didn't really. I can't deal with that one because he's not. His ancestors not. Well, his father is not. I don't know where his mother from, but I don't think she. But anyway, so you got. Look. This is what I'm saying. Whether the Aboriginals is doing what they're supposed to do for the other Aboriginals or for themselves as a people, then okay, that's a whole nother subject. What I'm saying, my point was, Aboriginals do have operational power. And they do have financial power and social power and political power in this country. Now, how they using it? Okay, that could be discussed. But we can't. I don't think we should just.
No, man. When you say one coon, every now and then, there's one coon, and you talking about Aboriginals got power? Are you crazy, dude? You sound nuts, bro.
Yeah, he sound you. Okay, so wilding out with that one, man.
Why you say
real quick?
Why you say I'm sound crazy? You know good and well Aboriginals have power here in this country.
No, I don't.
Bro, can I add real quick?
Go ahead, brother Akeem. You got the floor.
Like, bro, it's like I don't understand what you. The people who own the dollar, not Aboriginal people. The people who own the Federal Reserve, not Aboriginal people. The people who are in control of resources, not Aboriginal people. The people who control your education, your compulsory education system, not Aboriginal people. The people who control whether or not you can get in and out the country, not Aboriginal people. The people who police the laws that you got, the people who that's in Congress that come up with the laws that you got, majority of them, not Aboriginal people. Now, the niggas that they put in power, I agree with what AP is saying. So they either niggas that's not the fuck from here or they motherfucking coons. Either or, you know what I'm saying? Because when you look at everybody that's taking seats of office and shit like that, for one, they're given that position by people who are not Aboriginal people. You know what I'm saying? So it'll always come back to niggas who are not Aboriginal people runs everything. That's not even really up for debate. And
that is up for debate.
The U.S. ties your people as a minority because you're not able to handle your own affairs, and they put that in the not constitution. Okay. They put that in. What'd you say?
I think everything that you said is not accurate because Aboriginal people are a part of everything.
Okay.
You said Aboriginals are not a part of none of those things that you just mentioned, and that's not true.
No, I didn't say they're not a part of it. I said if they are a part of it, they was given that position by people who aren't Aboriginal people because they are the people who control whether or not you get that position or not. Ultimately, it's not ours
people,
right now.
Okay, so you say Aboriginal people don't have anything to do with legislation in reference to immigration and stuff like that?
No,
they don't, bro. They don't.
But we don't have the ultimate say because we're not the ones that.
No one person has. Okay, but hold on. This is what I'm saying. I don't think you get what I'm saying. No one person has that ultimate say. it's a vote. What
Not
one person
necessarily,
got?
because I'll give you an example, bro. I'll give you an example since it's a vote, right? When Hillary and Trump when Hillary and Trump was running for the presidency, right? And they said Hillary won, right? How did Trump win? Since it's just got to do with the vote. Do you remember what happened? They got something called an electoral college. So it don't matter how many fucking votes you got. Ultimately, there's a small group of people that has the final say over the masses. That's what it is. Like that's the problem.
That's the way it's designed, and that's the way, and people agree to that. The people agree to have an electoral college. I mean, what's the problem? You make it seem like the Aboriginals don't agree to that. They do agree to that. That's why they deal with it and do it.
Nigga, the Aboriginal people didn't agree to them even coexisting like that. A lot of the Aboriginal people didn't even agree to that shit. They didn't agree to getting raped. They didn't agree to having their towns burned down. They didn't agree to a lot of shit. So what are you talking about? Agree? What are you talking about? Like it's you having a hard time getting it through your head that they have no say so, no matter what position they stand in.
Okay, it's obviously I don't know about you all, but I've been to predominantly black populated cities, and they pretty much run everything in those cities.
Okay, if they ran everything, why the hood still look like they do, bro?
You would have to ask those people. Okay, that's a good question. That's a good question. But you had to ask the people that's in power why they letting they cities look like that.
Because they got their hands tied behind their back. They know if they change that shit, what's gonna happen.
No,
they scared to do it.
I disagree with that.
Like, nigga, you gotta be in the delusion to think the way you thinking, man. And I ain't trying to criticize you, but we have no say so, bro.
I disagree with that.
We have no say so.
So bro, let me ask you, like, Aboriginal people, black, whatever you want to call them, do we have a nationality right now? Do we have a body of politics that represent us?
Yes, we do.
We have a body of politics we have a nationality and a body of politics that represent us right now. We do?
Yes. And we operate in it.
All right, cool. So why are we up under local municipality jurisdiction?
You say local?
We up under the jurisdiction of whatever state that we in. So if we have our own, for example, if a Chinese person come over here, right? If they got to deal with the court systems over here, they have a body politic that's from China where they come from that represents them, politically speaking. We don't have that. Niggas from Africa not gonna represent us. No niggas from nowhere else is going to represent us. We're completely up under the beck and call and mercy of whatever system and state we up under. You have no nationality.
Okay, you just said rights. Okay, what like system are you speaking of? Because last time I know and seen in here and is Aboriginals a part of that system that you're talking about we up under. I don't get it. Why would you?
We up under the system that we up under. They got jurisdiction over us, but we don't have a nationality. We don't have rights in it. We only got privileges in it.
Okay, who got jurisdiction over Aboriginals? Who?
The United States Corporation, the United States Incorporated, and all the subsidiaries.
Okay, and who was part of that United States Incorporated? Who was part of that?
The motherfuckers who established it.
Who helps run that? Who helps keep that sustained? Aboriginals do.
Yeah, but you're a worker. You don't decide nothing. You an employee. That's what I'm saying. That's like you saying. That's like me. I work for Amazon, and you saying I get to dictate what go on at Amazon as an employee.
Well, I think more so what he's hold on. Let me we can help the system indirectly by participating in the system as far as using our straw man in the credit system, going to work and all that. So I guess if you look at it from that standpoint, yeah, we helping. But other than that, we don't make no decisions, bro. Like you know how many laws we tried to get passed in our favor to get help or whatever, and we never get it. But Asians got laws, immigrants get laws. You know what I'm saying? You think Aboriginals had a say so in that too? You think we wanted all these? You think we wanted immigrants to come over here and take most of the jobs that we do?
Aboriginals. Okay, see, this is what I'm saying. I'm not saying you Aboriginals are have a hand in that because maybe you didn't vote for that. But many Aboriginals do vote to allow these migrants or these immigrants to have the power and the freedoms and the liberties and the power to get the wealth. Many Aboriginals have agreed to that.
They agreed indirectly. They agreed by voting for Biden. They didn't agree by going in there and looking at what the fuck it said, like, oh, do you agree to these immigrants coming in here and click yes or no?
Well,
they agreed to that by picking Biden.
No, I agree with you. So in some cases it was indirect, but in many cases it's direct. It's direct. You might not have had a hand in it per se, but the Aboriginals in power who are into legislation, who's into the laws makings, they actually had a biological, physical, mental, spiritual hand in it, and we should not deny that.
Okay,
that's my point I'm making.
I'm
not saying they making the right decisions for Aboriginals as a whole.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I came on here because I wanted to know y'all opinion on something. I don't want to deviate from what y'all really want to talk about, but I think this is a very important issue. And I wanted to get y'all opinion on if it's real, if it's fake, do you believe in it? What do y'all think of these unidentified objects that's starting to come up more and more and more? Do y'all believe in it? Do y'all think it's something we should be worried about? Or what's up, dude? What is y'all opinions on that?
Man, I know so many theories about that, bro. I don't even know where to start. Some niggas say they niggas from beyond the ice wall. Some niggas say they from planet X. Some niggas say they other dimension. I don't know, bro. I don't know what to say about that. Like, somebody else can comment on that, but I don't know. I ain't worried about it because they ain't stopping me from doing what I want to do every day. So it's like I don't know what to say about it, bro. I know about it, but I don't know about it like that. I don't know. It could be anything.
Well, I guess my thing is right now, it's not really a problem it's not a problem, but it's looking like more as times go on, more we're seeing it more and more and more and more and more. And it's like at the end of the day, it's gonna eventually become a problem, because now they ain't going nowhere. And it's feel like ever since CERN ran, the shit just start popping up more, man. The shit crazy. Y'all don't really got an opinion on that one, huh?
I mean, it could be some more truth to it, but I'm ignorant to it. I'll be honest and say I'm ignorant to a lot. I know a lot of shit like Admiral Baird's expedition that he had where he went to war. Some people say they Nazis. There's so many different theories to it that I don't have like an exact opinion on it. I don't have like a final standing on it. But I don't know. That's why I say I'm ignorant to it. And a lot of niggas ignorant to it. That's why a lot of shit is left up to speculation.
I'm ignorant to it. Shit.
I stopped away. What was the question?
I was saying, do y'all have like any type of opinion on these UFOs popping up in this? Because there's more and more videos of actual people recording them now. It ain't just some CGI bullshit look like it.
Right.
Yeah, I would say, in my humble opinion, that is all bullshit.
What's up, Smooth?
What's going on with you? Salute. Oh, yeah. Where my man is at? Salute. Yeah, bro, that's all. Yeah, that's all. I'm just saying, like, yeah, take me to your leader ass shit, bro. Like, really? Are you seriously contemplating that this is some reality type shit? Like,
I mean, I don't know, bro. Like, we can't.
Well, let's apply the logic. Let's apply the logic, right?
All right, come on.
In order for there to be UFOs or extraterrestrial beings who have the ability to travel throughout the cosmos, galaxy, universe, what have you, these particular people or beings would have to have some type of advanced technological information, right?
Technology.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So what prevents them from actually interacting with the people who they travel so far to contact?
Well, my theory is I think they've been here. I think
Okay.
they don't travel as far as you think, and I think they've been here way before we was even sperm counts or or anything like that.
Where they come
That's
from?
just
What?
Huh?
So what? What
Where they
led
come
you
from?
to? Hold on, Root. Well, hold on, Root.
So you
Because you
saying
can get
that?
real.
So you saying?
Hold on,
So you
Root.
saying that this they shit? They was here before us.
Go ahead.
yes. Yes, they had to been here to have the type of technology they have. They have to be here, and they have no interest in interacting with us. They
Who is
want
they?
something greater.
Who is
It could be
they?
hold on. It could be the Anunnaki, which are derivatives of us. It could be the Great Tall Whites. It could be the
Where
Greys.
are
It could
they
be the
from, sir? Who are
insectoids.
they?
Huh? I just
I
told
said,
you who they
who
could
are
be.
they? Where are they from, sir?
I just told you who
Don't
they
get
could
mad,
be.
sir. Don't get mad at a simple fucking question, sir.
Oh, I'm not getting mad. What you
Okay,
cursing
I'm gonna
for?
ask you the simple question
What
one
you
more time,
cursing?
sir. I'm gonna ask you the simple question one more time, sir. Where are they from and who are they?
I just told you it could be a multitude of beings. It could be the insectoids. It could be the Anunnaki. It could be the Greys. It could be all types.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
So you saying you don't know who they are and you don't know where they come from?
You saying that an insect was flying a highly advanced technological spacecraft?
Man, it could be anything, bro. It could be anything. It could be anything. But my thing is, you can't run from the fact that they're there, that they're in the sky.
No, they're not there. You changing the sky daddy?
You can't.
You're
All right.
changing the
Well,
sky
what
daddy
proof?
for a fly
What
alien,
proof?
my brother.
What proof you got that they ain't there? What
Okay,
proof?
this I'm gonna prove that they ain't there. You don't know who they are.
How?
You don't know
It
who
don't
they
matter
are.
about who they know.
What do you
What I
mean
know.
it don't
Can
matter
you
about who they
prove
are?
that they ain't in the
Why
sky?
are you getting mad?
Hey, one at a time,
Ain't
y'all.
nobody getting mad. It's like you're raising your voice. I'm gonna raise my voice.
I didn't raise
Simple
my
as
voice.
that.
I asked you a simple question, my brother. Who are they and where are they from?
Hold on, y'all niggas.
And I told you that question can vary.
Hey, hold
Okay.
on, bro. Hold on. Y'all gotta calm down. We can't propose all these questions and not allow brothers on the panel all to answer the question. All right, so everybody mute up, man. Go ahead, Root. You got the flow. We got a smoke signal on here trying to get it in. Hey, man, let's get it, y'all.
Oh, salute to the whole panel. Salute. Thanks for having me up, Paul. I think the first conversation was ignorance because everybody know that the black people, the aboriginals, the indigenous, the Africans, the Jamaicans, the black or the African Europeans, anybody of melanated color, we're not in superpower over here. The only thing that we got in power is that African dude that owned Toronto Raptors. So I just want to say on that you and the panel was absolutely correct. We have no power up here, my brother, but I'll digress off that.
I agree, bro.
Oh, man, come on, that's not true. That's
You
not
got
true.
power?
We got power.
Okay.
Now, whether we're using it for good or for evil, that's a whole different story.
All right. We own resources. We own metals, metal deposits, all that type of shit.
If you don't own it, buy it. People got money to buy that stuff. That ain't what the Aboriginal for. If you want those things, buy it.
I agree with what you're saying, bro, but as of now, we don't. I mean, we ain't on that right now.
All right, where we at with it now? We talking about aliens or black people? What's going on?
Bro,
I mean, we could drop the UFO shit because that's kind of above.
My chick.
You know, we could drop
I
that.
don't know nothing about that.
That's a deep ass conversation. But the word alien and UFO could be used as two different things. UFO and alien could be the same as tether, though. Without digress.
Yeah.
True. That's very much so true. But my thing is, like I said before, they have people like me and you, everyday people out here looking at the shit in the goddamn sky, saying, "What the fuck is that?" and asking the same goddamn questions you asking.
What is it though?
Okay, so hold on.
What is it, my brother?
It's a UFO.
An unidentified flying object. So you can't say it's from outer space. How can you prove it's from outer space, brother?
If you can't
I never said it came from outer space. I said the motherfuckers been here.
Yeah, you saying that they're aliens and they came from somewhere else.
I said the motherfuckers been here.
That's
what I said. I didn't say nothing about nothing.
I asked you, who are they, sir?
I said they're UFOs, and I said they could be a multitude of things.
Where did they come from?
They could be a multitude of things.
No, quit saying they could be. Say you don't know or you do know, sir.
They could be a multitude of things, but I say they're there. Okay, can you disprove that they're there?
No, motherfucker.
Can you disprove?
Quit getting mad because you stupid, nigga.
Fuck you, nigga.
No.
Dick in a...
Y'all niggas gotta go, man.
Oh man,
y'all go, man. Y'all doing too much, man. Y'all doing too much. Y'all doing way too much. Y'all niggas mostly are tied to an alien who ain't paid a bill, gave you a hug, sent you some no money, shot with you, came and hit the like button. Y'all niggas arguing over aliens? Y'all crazy as hell, man. Go ahead, Smoke Signal. You got the
man. No disrespect, Al Power. Everybody get mad at me over a simple question. They be talking about this and this and that. I say, man, put a name to them motherfuckers. They can't even put a name and turn it around to me like I'm a stupid motherfucker, my nigga.
Real quick though. Hey, Rube.
Slightly aggressive, Rube. You do.
Yeah, Rube. You ask a nigga a question.
Questions. Really aggressive.
Yeah, you ask a nigga a question.
In a whisper tone. To see, try that approach to see how that works a little bit.
I did it first. All I did ask is, do we know these people's names and where they from? That's what I do every time. At Power is I ask people elementary ass questions, and they get mad because they cannot claim elementary ass questions, my nigga.
I'm up with you, but can we try to ask that question in a whisper? Like, hey, just do it in a whisper. See how that works. Just try it one time live for the family.
I feel you, my brother. I apologize.
Just a little whisper for him. You know what I'm saying? You look aggressive, bro. Well, go ahead, Smoke. You got the flow. Akeem T, whoever brother you don't want to get it in.
I think Smoke was about to say something. Go ahead, bro.
As a disclaimer, I do not believe in extraterrestrial beings.
Me neither.
Whether they are existed here or other places. Hey, Root, you can't ask a nigga a question, give him the answer, then proceed to go to the next question. You have to allow an individual the time and space to at least address the question firsthand.
Okay, can anybody up here answer the question? Where are these aliens from and who are these aliens?
No one else up here believes in aliens. That dude is exited.
No, you just told me that I asked too many questions and I kept on going. And I'm just showing you what I did. I asked a simple ass question, Smoke. What I do to you too, my brother, is I asked, but now I might be off tone and I do have a tone, but I asked a simple ass question that nobody can answer. If you know aliens, where are these people from and who are these people? That's all, my brother. I digress.
The answer to your question was that no one believes in aliens up here presently.
There was a person up here believing in aliens and UFOs, my brother, and I asked him a simple question.
He's gone though, Root. That guy has
I didn't even know though, but I'm just saying you're putting things in my mouth, and I don't like that about y'all because y'all just can't answer simple questions. Even though I do might be out of tone, don't act like I ask simple questions. Y'all can answer them, my brother. I digress.
Hey, my nigga, you seem to be a little bit hostile though. What's the issue?
I'm not being hostile, but me and you always got smoking. If you want that smoke, we can have it, my brother.
Ding, 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 ding. What's up?
Then let's proceed.
Let's go.
Now I'm just saying that I came in and I was out of tone, and I apologize for still talking about the alien shit because dude left. But that's all I asked him was 2 questions, and then you took my words and say I was doing some shit. Now I'm having to debate what you said about me. What's up, brother?
I only accuse you of the exact behavior that you illustrate.
What did I demonstrate except for being emotional? Now I asked 2 questions, but I asked it emotional, my brother. I didn't say nothing you said.
I'll repeat it again. You ask questions, you answer the question, then you immediately proceed to ask another question before the initial question has been addressed.
Okay, I asked him 1 question. I said, sir, these aliens, who are they and where they from? That's all I said. I did not proceed on nothing and ask another question. You a liar. I'd agree.
As soon as he began to answer the question, Root, you interjected.
He said he don't know, brother. He said I don't know. So I said, why are you talking about this shit they don't know?
Hold on. He did say he didn't know. Then he said he could be grays, it could be whites, it could be, these particular things that he speculated on. But his initial answer was he didn't know. And then I just want to confirm that.
But I fuck with you, Smoke, though. But I just not gonna let nobody lie on me, though. I just asked him some simple questions. But I was in a in an emotional voice. So I was wrong on that. I apologize, brother. And I do come off like that. So I do have to humble myself, my brother. But I just think what you were saying about me just was going too far, my brother. But I digress.
Yeah, apology accepted. And if I tend to go too far, it's probably because I intend to do so. But if that presents a problem, you can always address it. Now, can we move along since no one supports aliens anymore?
Oh no, Smoke. We way past the aliens, fam. It's over with. The ET talk is over with, fam. You understand me? The attack of the Martians is over with. Okay. Niggas talking about aliens and shit. Ain't seen one yet. Ain't gave one a high five, a dap, or nothing. Shared a joint or nothing with an alien that been here since before we was here. Ain't got, man. If you don't get that Rob Van Daniken ancient aliens on the History Channel shit out of here, man.
I do have some smoke. I do have some smoke for Root Word though, because
let's get it.
He is of the opinion that hillbillies are from America.
Oh man, damn.
Or I should have been here for 1,000 years.
I wouldn't even suggest that, but
okay, I'm gonna say 1,500 years. I'm gonna say I don't know for sure they from here because they ain't said that, but I think some people from Ireland and half of England, what they call Scotland, with the Black Irish and the Black Scotlands, we've been here for a long time, man, dealing with the Aboriginal people, my brother.
How long?
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna say 1,000 to 1,500 years or more, but I'm not gonna put more.
Now listen, I'm a moderator of this debate. I love this topic. I like both of you brothers. I want y'all to get it in. Now, you saying that Billy's been here for at least 1,000 years. Do you have any data, literature to support your claim? Before you get into that, I'm gonna give you enough chance to look it up. Smoke Signal, what is your rebuttal to what he just said?
I absolutely reject that notion by all means. And if he does have any documentation, evidence, archaeological findings, anything to suggest that he has a valid point, I would be interested in seeing it at this time. Or you can point me to a direction where that intel can be gathered, if you don't mind, sir. There will be a reckoning.
Root Words, you got the floor, man. Hey, the claim is on you. That's a heavy claim, Root. How do y'all feel in the chat? Do y'all feel that white people was here?
Documentaries on ancient aliens, bro.
Hey, hold on. Big bro, Fresco. We in the middle of a bill, bro. Please, politely, pay some respect, bro. I'm gonna let you back on the panel. It's all good. Niggas get emotional, but hey, man, this Big Al Power, man. Please don't cut me off when I'm speaking, gang. Real talk. You understand? You understand? Real player shit. I'm gonna let y'all get it in respectfully. We're gonna do debates today. Today is live debates, not rants. Okay. So once you make a claim, we getting into the biscuit, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. We got Smoke Signal going against Root Word, man. Let's get it in, man.
Root Word.
Just when I look at cause I used to mess with a red bone, and she was real high yellow or real. She just was red bonish. And I done mess with a white girl that done turned red. So I'm just putting that these girls that are red bone that been here for a long time, their ancestors got some so-called Billy, so-called Irish Erie in them. And then when you look at the word red, it's dealing with them people that turn red. So I'm saying even if the light-skinned red bones ain't white, they're part white, and it comes from the white people that's been over here that turn white. I digress. That turn red.
All right, now. Who's that got their mic? Somebody, you got a bad echo too, Root. Now listen, you made the claim and you just speculated a few things. I'm gonna need you to show some sources or to drop them in the back so I can drop them in the chat for our people to go over them live during this debate. Now, I'm gonna let Smoke Signal rebuttal. The Red Bones have Billy connections. Go ahead, brother. Smoke Signal, you got the floor.
Yeah, I had to get off the floor for the outburst of laughter that I had from the suggestion that he just presented. If you're gonna base your argument on an ex-girlfriend, then, bro, I don't think you're qualified to engage in this debate any further. Just my humble opinion.
Oh, no problem. Like I say, I just, I'm here for the bliggity blacks and the copper people, but I just feel that there was my fault. I got this other channel and I apologize. That's why my shit. I just feel that there was other races of people here except for us, bro. That's just my opinion of it. And I ain't saying that they are from here, but they just been here longer than what the story said, and a group of us been having sex with them, and I think that's the way we failed, though. But they've been here for a long time, my brother. I digress.
Okay. Well, if there's no evidence that you can bring to the fore,
Man, Rule Words, don't bow out like that, man. You can't go out with the 1-2. He about to hit you with the 1-2, Rule. Don't do it. Fight back. Oh no, he's about to go down in the first round. Go ahead, my bad.
I think it's a good build, man.
Well, if you
ain't present no source, no claim. You gotta have something to stand on. He about to whoop you.
I think it's a start. I might lose. Just check the private chat out, though. I might lose, but it's just still a good topic, man.
He dropped something in the private.
I'll review those things that he is asserting.
He didn't drop nothing in the chat. My bad. That's
okay. I could give you another suggestion would be if we could actually have a hillbilly.
If we can have a hillbilly do what now? What'd you say about a hillbilly, fam? Smoke. Hey, man, this is live debates, man. I'm going to let my boy Fresco Vibes get it back in while we on this technical difficulties. Go ahead, Fresco. You got the flow, gang.
Well, I'm taking care of business right now and listening to y'all. I can't exactly, once I get situated, I can give you some exact evidence, but I can tell you what to go look up. The evidence, the proof is in the pudding in the catacombs of Mexico, in the catacombs of Egypt, in the catacombs of everywhere Aboriginal people been to or lived or whatever. They have pictures or drawings or statues of people you would call aliens, beings you would call aliens. It's only, and I'm not calling nobody a fool, but it's foolish to think that we are the only beings to ever step foot on this in this realm.
No, we ain't saying we the only humans because we got whites, Asians, all kind of people.
I'm not talking about you. I said beings.
Well, I mean,
about humans, because for one, we are not humans. We are gods. Them others are.
Yo, that's facts. I'll take that. We are definitely gods. But now listen, the reason I'm arguing, I will say there ain't no aliens, and the burden of proof is the nigga to bring me some aliens. Now, what I can show you is that even my ancestors had advanced technology that you can easily confuse with alien technology. You could be easily confused with my ancestors' technology.
Now, that's plausible. That's very much so plausible. But what I'm telling you is, who are we? We wasn't there to disprove their claims in their drawings, because the only evidence we have is what they left for us in their drawings and stuff.
Right, and I also see drawings of people, not aliens, on these.
Yes, they have drawings of aliens, bro. Yes.
Can you give me what site?
What
You
site?
said
Just type
catacombs? You said catacombs?
a simple Google search would not help. Matter of fact, I forgot where that place.
We need it from a credible site. We need it from a credible site.
A credible site? Google's not a credible site. I know.
Well,
it's not
Google is just
site.
Google is just a search engineer. It's not a site at all, but it's a search engineer that finds links.
Aboriginal TV. I want to say this too.
Hey, I'm about to kick you off, dude. Call me Aboriginal TV again. Shout out to my brother Aboriginal TV.
My fault. Aboriginal Power. My fault. I keep getting y'all mixed up, man.
You can tell he's just talking fast, big Aboriginal Power.
Aboriginal Power. Look, I heard other races say that they're gods also. So I don't know why Aboriginals. I know y'all say y'all gods.
Well,
I heard I heard Caucasians and Asians say that they and Mexicans say that they're gods.
Well, let me take this one. I'll take this one. The reason why they're not gods is because of the DNA. They don't have the God DNA. We got prokaryotic cells. They got eukaryotic cells. We are single cell organisms. We have melanin. They don't. They have low amounts of melanin. They have high levels of SARA DNA, which is the depressing gene. We have SARA, but we don't have it as high as them, which is why they go out and kill hundreds and thousands of people. That's why we're gods.
I have no problem
DNA.
with this. This is what I'm saying. I'm saying they say. I'm not saying that they're gods. I don't know. They say out their own mouth that they're gods. I heard the Asians say that and the Caucasians say that.
They can't be. They don't possess
that
the
though.
DNA.
I am because you can't give no like. I like when I look at a lot of people's ideology, and I've never heard the ideology of a Mexican or Asian where it comes in the so-called where you can look it up and show me where it says that they're gods, sir.
Okay, no, I'm not. Okay, watch this. First, I heard them talking to Mike Tyson, and they were saying it to him.
When you show me the video,
prove that, man.
Back, bro.
I looked at the video. I looked at the video like just a couple of days ago.
Where? Just show me what video it is so I can look at it, my brother.
Bro, you ain't gotta tell us what you did. Put it in the chat so we can prove it to be so.
Okay,
and we're gonna need that assertion timestamp, because if they're saying they're gods after we're saying we're gods, then what we have is a copycat narrative,
Which we already been peeping. We already been seeing the copycat narrative. We don't copycat no other culture, but other cultures definitely copycat us.
Okay, well, I was just saying that I heard them say that to Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson didn't disagree or nothing. And I'm just saying, like, okay, if we claim
after
that
a fight or before a fight?
No, this is like he's retired. This is like I think he's retired now. He had already been retired. He do all those speaking and
so the Asians came up to the black man and said, "Yeah, we the gods." So the Mexicans came up to him and said,
"Man,
Mexicans
ain't
we the
no
gods,
damn
man."
No, they was talking about Kanye West and Tyson. I'm paraphrasing. And Tyson was saying Kanye is a god. And he was saying and then Mike Tyson said he's a god, and I think he said that too. But then the Caucasian and I think it was an Asian or a Mexican said, "Well, yeah, we all gods. I'm a god. We all gods."
Okay, now I'm gonna ask you: are you a god?
No, that don't
I'm gonna
work.
ask you: are you a god?
That don't work. Nah, hell no, that don't work, man. That don't work, man.
I'm saying they say that they claim to be gods too.
Are you a god, my brother? Because I'm a creator. I'm a god, my nigga. And I could destroy. I'm a god.
Azion, hold on. Hey, Azion in the chat, man. Hit the link. It's pinned in the chat. Mexicans are not indigenous to this land. They immigrants.
No problem. That's not an
issue. You don't think that some Mexicans got God gene, which means they part nigga? Some of them?
Yeah, the Afro-Mexicans.
There we go. That's all I'm saying. There we go. I digress.
Oh, hell mercy. Okay, so what makes the Aboriginal feel like he's a god, but then when other people say that they're gods, they're not gods?
Our contributions,
our prestige,
the DNA, bro. DNA.
Okay.
Yes, our prestige is goddess. It's godly.
Okay, but so okay, somebody was saying that they own the banks and all this. So aren't they gods in action as well?
No.
Did they create the banks?
What you have to
Did they create the banks, or did they
or do they just control and operate the bank? See, you confusing with who operated and who originated. You confused, sir.
No, I'm not saying they operate or controlled it or anything like that.
Do they operate it, or is they the ones that made it?
Okay, but if they're not a god, then how?
We're asking you a simple question, my brother. Did they make it, or do they operate it?
Fact check. I'm gonna answer your question.
We asking you a simple question, my brother.
Michael Jordan.
Hey, few words. Let them answer it, bro.
Watch this. You got Tiger Woods. It was a god who came with another god and made Tiger Woods. Caucasians are gods too. Wouldn't they be? If they can mate with a god and make another child who's a god, like Tiger Woods and Steve Curry or whatever his name is.
You said that they claim God. Show us a person that claims it, except for the Aboriginals.
I done heard Caucasians say that they're gods before.
First you said it was the Mexicans and the Chinese. Now you're going over to Asia. So I just want you to prove some of this stuff you're saying, my brother. I digress.
I'm saying I can't do it on the phone because I would have to get y'all off, and I would have to go to TikTok and find that video.
Well, that's what you need to do. When you got to prove a source and we don't take your word for it, you got to prove it's wrong, brother, or else you waste your time.
Okay, I can do that. I can come back. What I'm saying is that
you just need a source. You got that. If you referencing something, give us what you're referencing, brother.
I'm saying, but why? I mean, what's wrong with the Caucasian and the Asian or the Mexican saying that they're gods? What's wrong with that?
Did they say that they was demigods or gods?
I don't give a fuck if niggas say they SpongeBob, bro. We talking about proof right now. Anybody can lie. It's okay. It's definitely wrong for people to lie and just say shit just to say shit. Do you understand what I'm saying, brother?
It is. Yeah. But this is what I'm saying. We live. But look, we live with foreigners, so we just cannot like denounce them as if we're not gonna have interaction with them people. These people every day.
Are they demigods? If we're looking at it like that, are they demigods or gods?
Let him finish, Root.
My fault.
Man, we got gods marrying these foreigners that y'all talking about, and they're producing children.
Does that make them gods or demigods?
Well, why would a god want to get with a demigod?
Sir, I asked you a simple question because you don't answer the question.
Explain like that through all literature. All higher ups come and sleep with the low class. Or people believe it's in all mythology and all poetic romantic literature from throughout time's beginning.
So see, I'm asking them though, if there is godly people in the world, don't they make them demigod? Isn't there demigodly people in the world?
Story, bro.
So Aboriginal power. Why would a god want to lower himself and deal with a demigod? Like for example, me.
Because, bro. We agree with you. That's just what we do, bro. We creatures.
Hold on, what he said. Wait a minute.
In the Bible that people say that
come on, y'all.
That's disingenuous.
Where I am is getting its source from. It says that the godly people and the angelly people mess with the so-called other people, and where he's getting the word God from, it do say demigod, but he don't want to speak on that. But I digress, man.
No, I'm speaking on it. I'm saying, look, okay.
Why are you avoiding it, my brother?
If I'm an Aboriginal, the only way I would mess with a Caucasian.
Because that make your penis hard, my
brother. Let him finish, Root. Let him finish.
The only way I would want to mess with a Caucasian or Asian or Mexican is if I feel like they're equal, that I'm no better than them and they no better than me. That's the only reason why. That's the only way I would deal with them like that. So
hold on, wait a minute.
So what I'm saying is, a god messing with a so-called demigod. Evidently, he must feel like that demigod is just as great as he is.
No foreigners can be a god. So if you got foreigner blood, you're not a god. Sorry, niggas do shit on some low self-esteem shit, just like you niggas, like I am, be buying prostitutes. That's some low class ass shit.
Hey, man,
you have power.
Aboriginal power, man. You know you ain't right for that, man.
A god being, have power. Say if there's a god being, and say just the god being was from America. Let's just put that in a hypothetical. Just the god bodies was from USA. If they had sex with somebody that ain't from America, don't that make that other person a demigod now?
Why they gotta be a demigod?
Because they got part blood, my nigga. They don't have full blood. They demi. They're part of it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Hold up. This is where something has to be. This is where something has to be quantified. The God gene, if you ask me, in my humble opinion, is the dominant gene. Anywhere it's imparted, it becomes dominant. A recessive gene cannot dominate. A recessive gene cannot dominate a dominant gene. So whatever gods create, it becomes God also. Now look,
okay.
Mr. I
like that.
Mr. I am.
I can feel that better.
I think you like that because you got
Hold
foreign.
on.
My bad. I think he liked that answer because you got foreign blood. You be caping for these foreigners too much.
No, I like what he just said because Tiger Woods is an example of what he just said. Tiger Woods is a god, man. Come on, man.
Nah, well, all right, okay, all right, okay.
I think
I'm not disagreeing with
Malcolm X was a god too.
I'm disagreeing with him, Ad Power. I'm saying that he's a demigod because
hold on.
was the black person and the demigod was the Asian person, and they came together and made a demigod.
My bad, Ru. I just didn't want to cut him off. I cut smoke signal off. My bad, Smoke. You got the floor.
I want for us to hold him to those things that he is asserting and those things that he believes. Are you still a biblical believer, sir?
Oh, we dealt with that earlier. With Aboriginal
He
power.
asked you a simple question, my brother.
Just yes or no. Just yes.
You see, Aboriginal power established the fact that we can be
Hey, there's
Aboriginal.
new people on here that and the people that didn't hear that answer. So if somebody asked you a question, just politely answer. It's new
Yeah,
people.
I'm answering it. I'm saying we here. I'm trying to establish that you establish the fact that we can be Aboriginal and believe in whatever we want to believe in to a certain extent and deal with any religion we want to
Okay,
deal
so
with.
what is your religion, my Aboriginal brother?
My religion is my religion. I don't have
What is your religion? Shit.
Hold up, wait a minute.
See,
I don't
Fact Check,
want to
you
go
don't
down
give
a
people a
rabbit hole.
time. You don't give people a
Hold
time
up.
to answer.
I don't want to go down a rabbit hole. Do you believe in the Bible or not, sir?
I use the Bible for theology. I don't believe in the Bible as if it's the God, if it's some word that comes from the Creator, and we got to go by everything that's written in that book, because everything in that book is not necessarily true or should be used to in your life, personal life.
Is that a yes or is that a no?
I'm not a religious person like that.
Is that a yes or is that a no?
I'm not a Muslim. I'm not an Israelite. I'm not a Jew. I'm not.
You believe in a higher being, like a
How well do you come?
Hey, but hold on. You said you don't. You said he asked you, "Are you a religious guy?" You say you look at the Bible as a theological understanding. Theological is the study of God from a religious belief, bro. Are you crazy?
No. Theology is a study of gods or God
from a religious belief.
I'm not coming from
that's part of the definition, bro. Don't do that.
No, that's not part of the definition. But since you
let's pull up theology. Let's pull up theology.
So since you want to use it as I ain't gonna debate that. I'm saying if you want to use that,
no. You just said that's not part of the definition. So now we're gonna pull it up, or you're gonna admit to that's part of the definition. Do I have to pull it up?
It depends on what definition you use. When I looked it up, it ain't that one in there.
Merriam-Webster. Which one were you using?
That's cool. We can use Merriam-Webster.
It's also in the Oxford English too.
We can use that.
So okay, then it says that from a religious belief, studying God is what a theological understanding is.
Okay, but religion is not necessarily bad.
And it's not cool because like when I look at the Bible, I look at it as a history class and a language class, and it says that I am a God in Genesis 1 verse 20.
You said it's not from a what belief, bro? I am.
I said religion is not necessarily bad.
Okay, then. So what religion do you claim?
I don't claim any religion. That's what I'm saying. I said that
you
earlier.
said you look at the Bible for theology, but theology talks about gods. That's what you said. So which God do you believe in, sir?
What you mean? I believe in God.
You said that, sir.
I can't tell you what God I believe in because the God I believe in is not mentioned in the Bible.
You said you study. There you go. If the God that ain't mentioned in the Bible, what's that God's name and where do you get the theology from?
What is you? Are you serious,
you
man?
Said you don't believe in God in the Bible. So what God do you believe in?
I don't claim them as being my God.
What study of theology do you study?
All theology.
Okay, which one? Name two of them.
I like the Israelite theology.
Okay, now name the other one, sir.
Judaism.
Name the other one.
Islam. I like them all.
There you go. So
I don't like but I don't like everything that's in all of them. I don't like everything about it.
You study godly things, sir.
Yeah. I said that.
There you go. Okay, so
that's what theology is. Theology literally means thinking about God. I mean, that's in this etymology definition. So,
well, think about it. I'm studying you all then, because you said you're gods. I'm studying us. I'm studying myself. I'm studying gods.
Right.
I'm studying my parents. My parents are gods, right?
I like that spin. That was a good spin. You a good motherfucker with that one. You slipped out of that one. That was nice. I like that. That was real nice.
Hey, I'm learning from you, Aboriginal power.
Real nice. That was real nice. Go ahead, Smoke. Akeem T, we got some hitters in here today, man. What's up with it?
And shit, I'm listening. I'm trying. I'm not religious, so if they ask me, do I practice it? I'm gonna just say no. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what they trying to say. Like you saying you study it and all that. He asked you if you religious, and you could have just said yeah or no.
Well, if I would have said I'm religious, then people try to confine you to being some type of one of the three main religions, which is Islam, Christianity. Well, four: Buddhism, Christianity, and Islam or something like that. One of the Hebrew or Jewish or something like that. So no, I'm not riding. I'm not wearing those banners. I'm not gonna wear those banners for what?
All right, cool. I understand. So you just, I mean, if you, it's cool to have your own perspective. That's just what he was asking. Like, I wasn't
Yeah.
sure where you was going with it either. I get what you're saying though.
But see, that's the only thing that I feel disrespectful. Like this is our brother though, but he don't have his own perspective and come out with it. I have my own perspective about the Bible because I can answer the questions. That's why you ask people elementary questions, and if they can't answer them, how you got your own perspective? But I digress.
Yeah, but fact check, I do get my own check on perspective because I'm saying, how can you mate with a god? How can you be a god and then mate with somebody that's not a god and then produce?
This is how you do it, my brother, because I knew you was gonna go to the Bible or you was gonna go to the Quran. That's why I
didn't go to the Bible though. I didn't even go to the Bible.
The person, that's the only place you're gonna get theology from is from the
But I'm
three
not
religions.
talking about the Bible though.
I'm not
Fact
cutting
check.
you off, go ahead. Just tell me when you're done, my brother.
Fact check. I'm not talking about the Bible. I'm saying
You are. That's the only place you
no.
get
Fact
theology
check.
from.
No, I was not. I was talking about Tyson. Literally heard a Caucasian.
We was talking about Chinese people, Mexicans, and Caucasians, and us Negroes who are the gods. And then somebody in the chat said demigods. So I knew you was talking about the theology of the Bible. That's why I brought
No,
a
I
demigod.
didn't. But that wasn't me. I didn't put that.
You cutting me off, my brother.
No, I didn't. I didn't put that in there though. I didn't put that in there.
I'm putting that in there. I'm saying that your source is from the Bible, so I'm bringing up a source that's in the Bible.
No, my source is from real. No,
Stop it, my brother, because you don't want to see the lessons that I'm teaching you.
Fact check.
See, I'm about
My
to do some
source.
Sanchez stuff to you.
I'm trying to tell you something.
About the books you
study. I'm trying to bring clarity. Fact check.
One at a time. One at a time. Hold on, Root. Hold on.
Fact check. Root words. Fact check. I'm saying my reference was from a actual video I saw of a Caucasian claiming to be a god and an Asian or a Mexican. I couldn't distinguish which one he was, but he looked Asian or Caucasian.
Thank you, but the Bible that you talk of says that they could be demigods.
I'm not even mentioning the. Man, I'm not even.
You're running
I'm
from the
not
source
even
and cutting me off
thinking about the
because
Bible.
you don't want to talk about they could be
Hey,
demigods.
hold on.
Fact
Everybody mute up. Everybody mute up. We're gonna let my brother Sanchez get it in. Y'all niggas is getting hype. Hey man, we just getting to start live debates. Hit that motherfucking link in the chat, man. All debates is welcome. I mean, should we lower gas prices or give transgenders rights? I'm debating everything today. We got Bro Sanchez.
Hey, much love to you, Ab, and to Big Aboriginal Power, and much love to everybody on the chat, man. I'm just here listening in, and I'm gonna get in where I fit in. But salutes, Big Ab. You already know, man. You welcome on all of my channels, bro. In fact, when you come on, we kick ass together, bro, for sure.
Nah, we do. For sure.
Man, hey, we'll fire ass team, bro. And I'm gonna tell you something. They got me on strike for a week on my main channel, but when we get back over there, when it get off strike, I'm gonna have you. I'm gonna have Seven Bomar and some more big names. This shit about to be big, bro. And guess what, man? Any town, I don't care how many folks watching my shit, Ab, you, Tasco, I think is her name. What's the brother Chief Supreme Holiday? Y'all always the fam. I don't give a fuck if I got 1 million viewers watching. You niggas is part of you niggas always can get on my shit, bro.
I appreciate that. Same here too, bro. Real talk.
That Seven Boy brother you talking about back in the day, I seen his video. He taught me about math when he put them symbols to math like 5 years ago before I even came real conscious. Yeah, that's a good person. He got some
Hey,
knowledge.
Listen,
that's my big brother right there, man. I appreciate that root words. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Bro Sanchez, man. I've been around banging it out. Matter of fact, I think one of my second debates was a brother from your channel. Shout out to Greedy Vegan Warrior. I think that was the brother name. Shout out to Vegan Warrior, man. Good debate. Y'all go check that out on my YouTube channel too, man. But yeah, man. Hey, man, I'm gonna let y'all get it in. We got Mr. Gifted on here. What's going on?
What's going on with you, bro? I was just listening in. Peace and love to everybody on the panel. I just wanted to tap in on the last topic that the brothers was talking about when they was trying to consider what people was guys. And I just wanted to just chime in and just ask a question.
You got the flow. Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to see what do people consider to be God, because I know when people when I came into my spiritual awakening, my definition of what I consider to be God had changed. So I just want to know what people consider to be God before we start saying who and what is a God, and like what does a God do?
I got you. The word God is the word guide. So a person's God is whatever guides them. That can be a person, place, or thing. Often when a God is a person, it's a person that a motherfucker is so attached to that it becomes their God. And also when you talk about the God being a person, it can be an imaginary person. In the case of Buddha, Jesus, but either way it go, it's something that's guiding a person. Because if they follow Jesus, Jesus is their God. They might not be religious. They might just have a woman in their life that they love the hell out of. You know, they might have a guy, he's such a simp for this woman. She his God. She's literally guiding his life. You might have a dude that's addicted to crack cocaine. That's his God, is guiding his life, is guiding him. Whatever guides you is your God.
Okay, but Sanchez, define what is? Can humans be gods? Because fact check root words trying to tell me Caucasians can't be gods, but only not no. Well, who was that? Somebody was saying only Aboriginals can be gods.
Here's what they trying to say. They're trying to say that, and this ain't a black, white, or race color thing. This a human versus non-human thing. And what I mean by that is humans can be gods, but no human can be the creator. We know that there's a creator responsible for this creation. And I don't think no human can claim that, but I think any human can be a god. Kanye West, somebody God. Jay-Z used to be my damn God. Shit. Shit. Hey, I can tell at one point, nigga, Young Jeezy was my God, nigga.
But I gotta agree with Sanchez that like I don't think humans made the sun and the astro and the stuff outside of the sun and the tortoise field and the firmament and certain things that man can't make. So we got a point there, and I don't think we the most high, if that's the right word, but we are creators. I digress off that.
Okay, yeah, cool. We wasn't even using that. We wasn't using the creator. We was talking about Aboriginals being gods, and we was talking about Caucasians being gods. Can they be gods? And can Mexicans be gods? If an Aboriginal be a god?
We just said, like, did you disagree with me and Sanchez and me, or Sanchez what Sanchez said and I agree with, or do you have a rebut for that?
I just reaffirmed that we wasn't even talking about the creator. If there's such thing as a creator, we was talking about Aboriginals being gods and Caucasians being gods.
Okay, what has the people from the Caucasus Mountains created, sir?
Man, they had to create something that they come from somewhere.
I asked you one simple question because I could say we created over here in America, we created stuff, and I heard people around the world created stuff. I'm just saying, what have they created to be on a God level, sir? Since you're saying they're gods, like
I got a simple answer. Simple answer. They got children. Anything else?
Okay, then there you go. You said that they're creators. There you go. Why did they come over here and create with us? What do that make them?
Maybe Aboriginals and Caucasians agreed to harmonize with each other. You know what Sanchez teach about the Greeks and
okay,
the
now see, now we're talking about that book. I'm talking about
gods.
We're talking about gods. We're talking about gods. Why can't they be demigods, bro? If they came to our land that we was creating on and they became demigods, just like if we went to their land and had sex with them, we would be demigods of their land because they created the houses and the stuff under the Most High God. But I digress off that.
Hey, look, about the Caucasus Mountains, y'all, this is some real shit I want y'all to consider. That white folks ain't come from no Caucasus Mountains, and they trying to claim that shit, because if y'all go research about the Caucasus Mountains, it got some of the oldest cave writing systems on earth. No, I bullshit you not.
Matter of fact, yeah, that's in French. As a matter of fact, let's deal with the Caucasus and that part of Turkey and all that, because we have one of the oldest man-made structures and possibly the only place where all religion aspects was at one time. It's called Göbekli Tepe, and the science behind Göbekli Tepe was preserved. It was deliberately buried. That's why they call it potbelly site at Göbekli Tepe, because of the dirt pile that was piled on top of it. A lot of that science they try to preserve. They try to document exact timing from which they preserved it. So when you look at some of the astrological understandings and cosmology, they telling you where they was at a particular time.
And Big App, I don't believe them. Let me show you some right quick. Let me show y'all. This is $5 billion, man. I appreciate this one. Watch this shit. And then y'all can answer this for me. I'm gonna share this with you real quick.
Let me pull it up.
Let me know when you get it. Okay, so look, guess where this at, y'all? Bro, this is the Caucasus Mountains. We gotta stop giving them credit for the Caucasus Mountains. Let me show you something. Look at this shit. When we say white folks ain't built men and we call them cavemen and we say they from the Caucasus Mountains, guess what we're saying? We're saying they're the most advanced creatures on the earth because they was cutting stone before everybody. When we think we being funny, calling somebody a caveman, you're not. The cavemen were the smartest humans in the ancient world.
That's deep as fuck. That's deep as fuck. You're right. The Cauk do mean smart people.
It was so easy. A caveman can do it.
Like when you say the Cauk, that's like when you calibrate something, or the Cauk means the rock. So you damn, that's deep. And you know, I'm root words. That's deep. I'm glad you was on that.
Hey, watch this. We got to quit saying the white man from the Caucasus Mountain, he's a caveman. Guess what we got to start saying? We're the fucking caveman. You know why? The caveman invented language. All the languages come from the writings on the cave walls, y'all. So they're taking credit for the first civilizations, which were cave, cliffside dwellings. Look, the Pygmy, the only one we see doing this. This is in Mali. These Pygmy can carve a whole city out of a mountain. Look at this. Now, when you go to the Caucasus,
them look like some that's in the west coast of America too. They look like them was the United people back in the day or something.
Look, watch this, root words. I'm about to cook with you. Hold on, watch this. I'm gonna go back there. Look at what's happening in these mountains in Mali. They got cities carved in the mountain. Now look at the Caucasus Mountains. Whoever doing this in Africa, they must have did it here in Caucasus Mountains. But if we said the white folks weren't no masons and stone cutters and builders, we gotta quit saying they from the Caucasus Mountain. Guess what? Root words. Don't you know that the Grand Canyon? Let me explain something to y'all about the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon is so regulated with authorities like Area 51, man. You know why? They got these same cliffside dwellings in the Grand Canyon, y'all. An ancient civilization in the Grand Canyon. Guess what? It is so much fucking gold in the Grand Canyon that back in the day in the 60s, the president had the council all drilling in the Grand Canyon because it was going to cause a worldwide economic collapse for the gold standard. It was going to be too much gold in the economy. Ever since the 60s, ain't nobody been able to drill in the Grand Canyon since. It's full of gold, y'all. It's so much shit we can talk about, but these Caucasus Mountains, we got to quit giving that to white folks because it's a lot of advanced shit here, like drawings and fucking architecture and writings and all that. So yeah,
that's cool. That's good. Good word. What? Okay, so where the Caucasians come from? I mean, the so-called white people come from. The point is,
wait a minute. Hold on. Before you continue, all in favor of taking the Caucasus Mountains from white people? Say aye.
Aye.
Yeah, okay. The Caucasus Mountain no longer belongs to white people. Carry on.
I'm just gonna get 30 seconds.
Hey, hold on. Hey,
that's a deep question.
Hey.
That's a deep question.
Hey, Root. Who's that, Root? You got two avatars on her, Root?
No, I got one. I just said that's a deep question to mute it. My fault, brother.
Shout out to my boy Rule. No, it is a deep question, man. So listen, the Caucasus Mountain history, science, and innovation no longer belongs to white people as of now. Everybody drop that in the chat. Press fire emojis to confirm. All right, we good, man.
Can we unite it? Can we unite it and say it's a hidden history? Can we unite the white folks through the black folks through the mountains? I digress.
Here's what's gonna get crazy. If we take the Caucasus Mountains away from white folks, now we got to figure out them a new origin point, and that's something I always wanted to do.
Let's do it. Let's talk about it.
That's what I just asked. Yeah, where they come from.
Hit the like and subscribe. Hit the like and subscribe.
This the part that's gonna get me in trouble, probably. But let me see how the brothers on the round table gonna critique this one. Right? I believe skin tones of people and groups didn't originate in one geographic landmass by themselves. I think they lying to us about the races. I don't think that blacks were put here, whites were put here, yellow were put here, red were put. I don't think nature was that organized. I just think it was all color people every fucking where. And they didn't group themselves by skin color. They grouped themselves by spiritual practice, language, and customs. So in Egypt, you had all color Egyptians, white, you had Asian Egyptians, Black Egypt, just like America. You got Japanese American, Italian. Egypt was a big melting pot. What they don't want us to know is most of the major cities back then was. I propose that the Caucasus Mountains was not just a place full of white folks. If you look at the location, it would have had to have been some brown people, black people. It would have had to have been a lot of people in what we could. If go look at a map and see where the Caucasus Mountains at, you'll see. Now, to back me up, when you go in a lot of these caves in the Caucasus Mountains, don't you know that these people got drawings on the wall and they colored the people brown? And I asked myself, if white folks was living in these caves, they showed painted the people brown in these Caucasus Mountains. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Can I piggyback off that?
And let me piggyback. Yeah, I got you. And let me just add on before you go in. I believe the whole scientific community got it wrong, and they've been trying to double back to clear it up. And they lied to you what a Neanderthal is. They lied to you what a caveman is. All this shit is not making no sense according to contributions. Now, that's what I'm saying. Go ahead, brother King.
Yeah, to piggyback off what Sanchez said, that's the same perspective I got. Whatever this event called life was, that shit happened around the entire planet simultaneously. We know that the original man is the dark-skinned man, the melanated man. You know what I'm saying? Like, wherever white folks come from, like he said, like every one of the like it was an Egypt in America. It was an Egypt overseas, like another Egyptian embassy that was in Africa. Like whatever these big cities was melting pots from different peoples and different cultures. Now we know that all these different groups of people are genetic mutations of us. You know what I'm saying? That's why, and that's the double back from what we were saying earlier when he's talking about gods. God is a figure of speech.
Not to cut you off, brother. Can you slow down and zoom in on the part where other people are genetic mutations of us? Explain that to your boy.
All right,
thank you.
Bet. Everybody who was Pan-African or who was all in these communities, one of the first things they learned about was the Eve gene. Black people, our Y and X chromosomes has the possibility to create every variation of race on the planet. They don't have the genetic capability of creating us, but we have the genetic capability of creating everybody else. Go ahead, Sanchez. Go ahead, bro.
I can't find no black people that has created any other race but black people.
Right. I agree with you saying, but there are tribes in Africa who still make people who are not melanated. That's a real phenomenon. I'm not saying it's an average thing.
I got to share something with you. I wouldn't say they make people who are non-melanated. Using the theory of melanin gonna confuse y'all if you want to really get down to the nitty-gritty of human origins. And what I'll say about what's going on in Africa is happening all over the world, my good brother. Every race can create an albino, and that albino is not a non-melanated person. All right. Once we go to getting into what melanin is, they lacking certain melanin in their skin, but that don't mean non-melanated. It's different forms of melanin when you get into theory. But now look, every race can make an albino, even the white race. We can't say that black people created all the races when black people can only do what everybody else can do, give birth to a black man or either an albino black man. Either way, that albino black man is still gonna be a nigga. I went to school with an albino black dude. His skin was white as snow, but we didn't call him a white boy. The nigga had a big nose, big lips. He was a black nigga. He just was an albino. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Just like the Asian folks. When they have an albino, it's an Asian dude. He just pale skin. But he Asian though.
Hey Sanchez, I'm just to go off of that. I'm not saying white folks are not melanated, because they are melanated. They have a different type of melanin called pheomelanin. but they're not U-melanin. I'm saying that we the oldest of the humanoids currently. Like, with the people you call black people or
see,
Aboriginal,
I
that's all
know
I'm saying.
I've heard that before, and I actually believe that, and I said it until I start to prove it, and I couldn't prove it. There's no evidence or no facts. That's just a belief, brother. But when you look at the facts of the matter, you can't find me a black person today that's given birth to a George Bush or a Bill Clinton or a Bruce Lee or a fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger. We only giving birth to niggas. And if the nigga is albino, he's still a nigga. We ain't giving birth to no white race, Asian race, all these races. It's just funny to think that two dark-skinned mother, to think that Michael Jordan gonna get together with Oprah Winfrey and have a George Bush. No, they're gonna have right. They're gonna have a black dude that's an albino with pale skin, but we ain't giving, you ain't finna get goddamn you know what I'm saying, Denzel Washington with goddamn Ciara and think you're gonna get a Justin Timberlake. No, you're gonna get
that's not what I'm implying. That's not what I'm implying. I don't know
that's
if I said something
that's
wrong.
what
Maybe
it
I
will
said
have to
something
be.
wrong.
But
Hey,
listen,
Sanchez,
if black,
are you saying
hold on,
Sanchez, are you saying
hold
that
on,
there's a
let
whole
me.
bunch of white people
One
that
mic,
was
one
first all
mic.
over the world?
Here's what I'm
Hold
saying.
on, hold on, Root.
Here's what I'm saying. I'm gonna end on this. If blacks gave birth to all the races, that means two niggas getting together, giving birth to Polynesians, Asians, Russians, white, all these races. And I'm telling you, that has never happened and never will. We have that idea in our mind because of the albino situation. And I just broke that down. Every race can give birth to an albino. But when black folks do it, they teach us, see, y'all gave birth to white people and to Asians. And no, every race can have an albino, but we ain't gonna use that to make a big claim that I'm the original race, because every race can make that claim if they have an albino, and every race do. We haven't been taught this stuff. I'm just trying to wake us up, because it's embarrassing when you go on these when you go on TED Talks and all these big it's embarrassing. I know emotionally and out of ego it makes us feel good, but it's embarrassing when it comes to the real intelligence of the matter.
Hey, not a
Okay, can we bring
hit the link.
Can we bring forth Exhibit A? There is a National Geographic article that presents a black woman giving birth to a dark-skinned child and what we would perceive as a white child, complete with straight hair. Is anyone familiar with this particular article?
No, but can you please put that article in here so we can present this to the family?
I've seen it.
And I
Do
can't
we
wait
do we agree
to
with Sanchez or
debate you
not?
on that.
Because I agree with Sanchez that there was white people that don't come from Europe and don't come from the Caucasus Mountains, and I think Sanchez is saying it like, but I'm agreeing that black people wasn't just found in Africa. We was worldly people. In my opinion of it, that's where the so-called light-skinned racists start coming in, because we was mistold that all white people come from Europe and all black people come from Africa. That's not true. But I digress.
I would ask them what white people have were they indigenous?
You can find my bad.
I would just, where do white people be indigenous to then? There's no place.
Good question.
You know, I'm just.
Yeah, good question. White folks, we know they are in the top position when it comes to world economics. Let's say the white man runs shit right now, right? One thing that we know about people in power, they never wanted their origins to be discovered. When people ask you, where did these small hats come from? They say, oh, we were slaves in Egypt. Then when you ask them before that, it's a mystery. If these folks tell you where they come from, you'll be able to trace their bloodline back to all these royal families. You'll probably trace their shit back to motherfucking Camelot somewhere in Britain, some Irish shit, and you'll realize, hey, these are our enemies, and the enemy don't want you to identify him. And we will definitely identify our enemy with an origin point. The people in power have always bullshitted us on where these Jews from, where the Rockefeller family from, where the Rothschilds from. See how that shit becomes a mystery? That's what I'm saying. These folks the men in power don't want that known. So that's for us to figure out, because they ain't gonna tell us this.
All right, cool. Now Sanchez.
Okay, look, I got the article. I got the article, but one of y'all gonna have to pull it up because I'm on my phone.
I'll pull it up. Okay, well, you good.
It's,
I
it's
already know
national.
what article. Yeah, I know what article you're talking about. I did a stream on it. Go ahead.
Okay, okay. Well, you already know what I'm talking about then, because I never really looked into it. I just seen the image. Right, I'm not into National Geographic, but it just came to mind when y'all was talking about it.
Yeah, I know what article you talking about. The thing about that one is that's the only case in the world like that, and I don't really believe it. Whenever science gives me a one particular case to prove a point, I fucking shoot. That ain't logical. Like, you got billions of people in the earth. The earth been here for billions of years, and you can only find me one situation. That's no different than Bigfoot. When
What
they
ab-
said,
what about
hold on, and I'm gonna land on this, right? Look what they do with Bigfoot, Big Ab. They say, look, this Sasquatch creature exists. We evolved from it. Well, it should be a bunch of them. It shouldn't just be one Bigfoot in the jungle by itself with no Littlefoot, no Bigfoot woman. Where your woman at? Where the little bitty baby Bigfoot? Where the Littlefoot's at? You know, it's just you.
No,
It's one monkey in the jungle surviving for all these years, right?
Tarzan or some shit like that? Yeah, but what about Henrietta Lackett? Like her
And I was just about to get to her. One case, see, one case. You would have a bunch of black folks that's like, yo, that nigga right there, he's another superhuman.
Do you believe the Henrietta Lackett situation? Oh no, you entitled.
Don't crucify me, but I don't, and I'm gonna tell you why. Anything up for belief, it's a good chance Sanchez not gonna believe it, because Sanchez don't deal with belief. When it's a situation that's up to belief, I like to get down to the bottom of it and come out with it with a fact, a yay or a nay, instead of I believe it or I don't believe it. Because me believing it don't make it a fact. And I'm all about the facts. I can say I believe Henrietta Lacks, but that don't make it a fact. Let's investigate. Do we want the truth? Let's look for other cases. And if we can't find no other cases, you already know that ain't a good look when it comes to science.
I want to clarify.
I
what
gotta
said
agree. I gotta
earlier,
look
bro.
over a person's source to see if it's a fact.
I agree. I want to clarify what I said earlier, and I don't know if this is going over people's heads. I'm saying that people who establish civilization as we know it right now, civilization, the oldest artifacts you find, always look Negroid or
We
Aboriginal
know what
people.
you're
You know what I'm
saying.
saying?
Yeah, we knew that.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want y'all to take it like I'm saying, oh.
Yeah, I was just debunking what you were saying, though, bro. I heard what you were saying. I was just showing you how it really didn't have the facts to support it.
To support what? That the people who are Negroid are the oldest and are the originators of civilization?
You made
there ain't no facts to
that's
support that, bro.
right. You ain't said nothing behind it to make up to convince us. It's just
That's what I'm done. Yeah, that's what you mean. I ain't say nothing behind it. I just said I said artifacts, oldest instances of civilization, murals that you find, hieroglyphs that you find, and the evidence left behind by the people that was there.
None of that stuff proves that blacks are the original people, though. I don't understand, because I can go to pre-dynastic artifacts right now, and we can find traces of Europeans as far as all the way back in the Nakata area. For what you saying to be true, Europeans will have to be Johnny come lately, but I can find European culture all the way back to the Badurian and Nakata area. You know why? Because I was bold enough to look. As a black man, I wanted to believe I was first, but I said, you know what? I believe I'm first as a black man. I want to know that I'm first. So when I went on my quest, I found out as far as back as black people existed, we can find traces of European culture. They were called the Minoan people. In pre-dynastic time, who we're calling Europeans today, they were called Minoans. And I can show you their culture along with several pre-dynastic black cultures, Asian cultures, all that. That's just the truth.
Pull some of that up.
Yeah. I agree with.
And see, that's
agree,
what I'm trying
agree.
to. I kind of agree with Sanchez saying. Like, a lot of people still stuck on this conversation. Like, he first said that. I'm not trying to quote him, but I think he's saying that there's a lot of so-called.
It's something peculiar about the Minoans too that stand out about their culture and some of their practice. That's also connected with the Basque language, with the Basque people. You understand me? And language is very critical to connecting it with a set of people as well, especially when only certain people speak a certain language.
But when we look at
distance.
And also two people, like I said earlier, when you look at the Minoan culture, they also had colored people in it too. When we talk about this being a white civilization, it's talking about the face of the power in the land.
Right.
Isn't that in all cultures, Sanchez? That when you go back to the day, you'll see at least two different races in their culture. Like maybe Americans was the only ones taught that all whites come from Europe and all blacks come from Africa, but we have to get out that type of mindset. I digress.
You're so right. It's such a fairy tale to think that any time on earth you had a land with just one group of people only on it. Do you know how hard that is, man, to do? Even when you go to the Himalayas, where the Himalayan people are rare, don't too many people go to their land because it's hard to navigate. You can't get cars and shit. You got to walk, hike through these hard mountains. Guess what? Even in the Himalayas, I can show you white Himalayan people, black Himalayan people, all got the same facial features, but in different colors, though.
Can I say something? Can I interject for a second?
Yeah. State your name and where you calling from.
Nah, this melodically gifted on here. I just been on here listening. I just want to ask another question. Like, do y'all feel like all white people are the same? Because they do share some of their DNA with animals. And I feel like us trying to look at a geographical area, we kind of like walking backwards. I feel like we'll be hitting it more on the head if we kind of like approach it from a genetic point of view.
Come from monkeys? Do black people come
That's
from?
where I was about to take it too.
Nah, bro. Look. If
my brother, I'm asking one simple question. Like when we come to these European way of thinking, they say all black people come from the so-called Homo sapien.
That's that Darwinism shit. That's that.
There you go. So if we get out of Darwinism, how can we prove that these so-called people have animal in them, bro?
No, wait. Look, they admitted that they sure did. We ain't never said that shit. They admitted that they sure DNA with a chimpanzee. So if I went on a jog, you ain't even gotta look. If I went on a jog, bro, at the most I'd be musty. If they went on a jog, you literally gonna start smelling animal smell, bro.
What about us ashing up, though, my brother? What about us ashing up? See what I'm saying? Just because they got a different trait, that don't mean that they come from monkeys, my nigga.
Nah, I didn't say that they came. I didn't say that they came from monkeys, bro.
You said they said.
They said that, but we know that they share DNA with an animal, though. That's a fact, bro.
I'm listening to you, brother. I can hear you. Now let me say something to you. We know that they share DNA with an animal because they said it. Guess what else they said? They said all humans have an animal that we share DNA with, but we missed that part. They classify every particular race with a compatible animal. And in the case of black folks, it's a monkey. This is a fact. When they say that everybody come from black folks from Africa, let me show you what they said.
I feel like that's a part of reverse psychology, though. But
hold on, brother. Hold on, brother. Can you let me finish, though?
No, for sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, because I ain't going by feelings. I'm finna go by facts. I don't care what nobody feel like. I'm finna tell you what it is. I don't care about feelings. Here's the facts. The facts is they said that the black people were first in Africa and everybody come from us. But what they ain't telling you is that it wasn't a black person. It was a black monkey person, a Negroid monkey. When they said blacks are first and it started in Africa.
Let's break this down. Let's break this down because, like you said, they saying it was a monkey with hair. Why would you grow hair, Sanchez?
But see, this what I'm saying. It ain't all of this shit about Australopithecus and a monkey human. That is a fucking lie. Let me show you something real quick. Now we ready to go deep. Look, here's what the monkey was all about. They was worship. This one of the oldest patriarchal gods in Egypt, Hindu, all around the world. They was teaching that we come from this monkey. His name was Hanamu. That's how you get the word human. Hanaman. Anu man, mean the animated man. When they talk about Planet of the Apes and space monkeys, they talking about this monkey god right here. This is the dude in Rafiki with the stick and Rafiki doing the voodoo and Lion King. Let me show you something about this god. When they said we come from monkeys, they literally talking about this is a religion that they giving you is what I'm trying to tell you. They're talking about we come from this God right here. Now check this out. When they say that we used to be covered in hair back in the day, this monkey god represents the human aura. And I know I'm going deep and I know what channel I'm on, but I gotta do this. Here go the monkey suit and the monkey fur. When they was talking about the aura, the ancestors was using this monkey right here to say that all humans come from electromagnetic energy. They was saying this fur suit, the monkey suit, is literally your aura. The fur is the fire. It's fire, fur, fire, fur. It's the etymology of this aura, this monkey suit, which is the body. That's why we say don't monkey around and all that. In the South, guess what they say? They say you got a monkey on your back if you going through a hard situation. You got the monkey on your back. And having a monkey on your back is literally this electromagnetic energy field on our backs. Watch this, and I'm gonna end with this. See that they changed the true system. When they talk about Santa Claus having a bag on his back and going down the chimney and all that, that's really them hiding all of this knowledge about the electromagnetic field of the heart. This is the monkey on top of the back, or the angel and demon on every shoulder. They also turned it into a vampire sucking on the neck, because you can see how the energy goes into the shoulder blades where we get massaged that, because that's where the stress build up. But this was what the monkey suit was, but they changed it into yeah, this why, and this people, what I'm teaching, I teach it all the time on my channel, and this is why I'm getting a following. We got folks in college, professors, and all that backing this up. We haven't been given a true interpretation of history. We ain't come from monkeys and fishes. Look, they also tell us we come from fishes, right? With evolution. Here go the fish right here, y'all. Look. Here go the Jesus fish that they said we come. Remember, they said we come from fishes, and we also worship a god. His symbol is a fish, just like they said we come from monkeys, and they worship a god who was a monkey, Hunamen. See what I'm saying? So check this out. Everything they said we come from, but they said we come from God. But God is just this energy, this technology they hiding. This is an electromagnetic energy field. This is what every human is. You are the fish in the middle. This is why the symbol of Jesus is this fish right here. So I'm showing you what the origin story was. It was saying everything, not just humans, every tree, every rock, everything in existence come from electromagnetism. That was the teaching back in the day. Then they turned it into, yeah, you come from Australopithecus, you come from Africa, you come from fish people, all that stuff, to hide all of this stuff. But I'm gonna stop. I'm being long-winded.
I got a question on that.
I can understand all that, but when you talking about Europeans and genetics, they got a missing Y chromosome because there was a sect of people that went extinct a couple thousand years ago. So they not in the same.
How you know they got a missing Y? Did you do the genetic test, brother? Did you do the test, or you listen to them?
Bro, you a geneticist?
No, that's why I'm not making my argument.
Let
me answer you though. I got you. Let me answer you about MI genetics, and I'm done. Only thing I'm saying, brother, I go with what I can prove. If I didn't do the gene test and get into the genetics, I'm not listening to the white man. I'm gonna go another approach. It's more than one way to skin a cat. You don't need the genetic test to get to the truth. You don't need all that for you to use your mind and get to the truth. So if I'm at the mercy of the white man for him to tell me who I am, I'd rather just motherfucking say, fuck it, I'll figure it out myself. And somebody can say, well, he got a big instrument. He got enough money. Fuck what he got. I'm going to use what I got to find out who I am, because he's a liar. So I don't care what he got. And anybody trying to debate me telling them what the white man told them, I forfeit the debate. You win, man. That's an insult, because I might as well be debating the white man. And I'm trying to talk to my brothers and get them to use their mind, but they telling me what the white man said.
Right.
I use my mind, bro. Don't think that I'm letting them say nothing about my perspective.
The question was where the white man come from, not where we came from, though.
And that's what I'm telling you. I answer that. The white man ain't never told nobody where he come from. And every place the white man said he come from, he's a damn lie. He ain't from the Caucasus Mountains. He ain't from Egypt as a slave in Egypt. He's just what we can say about the white man is everywhere he said he from, we know he lying about that. Now let's start there, and as a team, we can figure out where he from together. We can do that now together.
Right, that's what I was trying to say. Because, like, say one thing that you can prove for yourself, like I said, bro, if I go for a jog and I don't put no deodorant on, I wake up in the morning, it's clear shit on the outside that you can see as a result of what's on the inside. Like a nigga hair, how a nigga smell, like you said, just this culture.
I don't see all that though. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, and I ain't even being funny.
Look, I know I play ball, bro. I play basketball.
Me too. I've been around.
When I play, so when you bump against a nigga that's sweating and you bump against a white boy that's sweating, you don't smell that shit that's coming from him.
Let me explain something to you. Let me answer your question. I've smelt foul people of all colors. I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna also tell you this. I'm not just paying attention to shit like that when I walk up to folks. Like, it'll shock me. Hold on. Let me answer you. If I walk up to a black person, white person, any color person, and they musty as hell, I'm always shocked because I ain't expecting that. It's catching my nose off guard, but I'm not walking up on them like I'm about to smell this white boy and see if he smells.
Mic check. Right. I ain't saying walk up on. I'm saying, like, if you been into a gym, bro, like, you got all white schools, bro. I ain't being racist or nothing, it's just a fact, bro. Like, you walk into a YMCA, you will see a whole bunch of sweaty white men walk out of there. If you walk in there, bro, it's gonna smell like a whole bunch of dogs been in there. It's gonna smell like a whole bunch of animals been in there. Some niggas come out of there, bro, it's not gonna smell like that. That's the result of your
Hey, I heard this. I heard a lot of black folks say this. I just haven't experienced myself. What I'm gonna say is, I'm not gonna say you telling the truth or you telling a lie. I'm gonna just say, hey, some white folks smell like dogs. You know what I'm saying? That's totally true, and that's something I can say true without me even smelling it. Because guess what? With all the white folks in the world, I'm pretty sure some of them smell like dogs.
Right, so they smell like dogs. Don't they share the same like hair follicle as dogs too, though?
Right. That's
hold on.
Niggas up here bullshit.
Hold on, brother. Hold on, brother. When it comes to everything you saying right now, though, because I can't prove about the hair follicles or the dog stuff, but what I do want, but hold on, I'm not capping. I gotta keep this shit real. I would be lying. Guess what'll happen? I would be trying to fit in with all of my black brothers and sisters just for the sake of keeping my black card. Now, I love y'all and I love my people, but I'm gonna keep it real. I never experienced the fucking dog shit. Now, guess what though? Am I gonna say that my folks lying about that? Hold on, somebody getting some head right now. Let me let them finish. Let me let the man quit sucking on somebody sucking something. Who done?
Come on,
hold
man.
on.
Finish what you're saying.
People should put their mic on mute though, because you put your mic on mute when you ain't talking.
Yeah. So my thing is this, right? With so many black folks saying, look, white folks smell like dog, I just always said it too. But when they ask me, have I smelt it? I say no. Now niggas be like, you capping? I just ain't. But guess what? The niggas who said they smell like dog, I'm gonna take their word and believe that hey, majority of white folks, a good chance if you get them wet, you're gonna get a little dog smell. If somebody say, how you know? I'm gonna be like, cause my brother told me. My nigga on the panel, what's his name? He told me. Hey, all these niggas ain't lying. And they gonna say, have you ever smelt it? I'm gonna be like, no, but I ain't got to. Look at how many niggas done told me this. I'm just keeping it real. That's all.
Mic check. All right, because niggas up here bullshitting. We ain't even just talking about specifically the so-called white people. We talking about the people we call Mexicans, the people we call Japanese, Korean.
No, we actually talking about where white folks come from.
Be quiet, bro. You been talking
no, we talking about where white folks come from.
We talking about people that's not niggas in general with pale skin, bro. We talking about the recessive gene. Since nigga want to keep it on white people, we talking about recessive genes.
Why do we get mad though?
If you get because he's long with it.
Yeah, he's really mad.
No, he's not. He's just not caring about the black card, brother. It's not
okay, that's cool. We're not talking about.
Bro,
just
go ahead,
white
Tashawn.
people.
Go ahead, Tashawn.
We're talking about recessive genes. Take black and white off of it. That's y'all. We're talking about recessive genes. Their hair. Mexicans, Asians, so-called white people. They get fleas in their hair. Dogs get fleas. What are we talking
Nobody.
about? Why are we
That,
capping?
We
that,
get
that,
tethers. We get tethers and ringworms.
Okay, that ain't okay. That's not flea. That's not
It
fleas in our
is. It's a
hair.
flea
hey,
that
big
bites inside of
Aboriginal
your
power,
head,
Come on, bro.
sir.
Y'all
I'm
niggas
not
capping
hogging
for
the
no
mic.
capping.
Let
Y'all
me
Fleas
niggas
just
that
say
is
one
capping
bites
for
thing, man.
inside of
fun,
your
bro.
head, Tayshawn.
Nah, y'all
Hey,
niggas
hold
capping for
on,
fun,
hold
bro.
on, hold on.
Y'all tripping.
Everybody shut up, man. Y'all doing that weird shit one person at a time.
Guess,
Let the
guess,
brother,
guess what?
even though y'all might disagree, let the brother at least get it off. Y'all can't argue against a brother point if y'all ain't hearing him out.
That's true.
I get
Yeah, I
Hey,
feel like
position.
look. Let me
he
say
bringing
this
up the
though, man.
fleas. He bringing up the
Hold
fleas
on,
for a
y'all.
reason.
Hold on. I'm gonna give everybody the
It's
chance.
gonna be 1 second.
Everybody mute up, please.
1
Please.
second.
I can't do this. I swear. Yeah, I can't mute all y'all niggas. I need a button to mute everybody.
Hey, Bap, I'm gonna be 1 second. Here's the thing, and it's to the chat and to everybody on the panel. I said it so many times. I'm trying to figure out the origin of white people. I'm not really trying to figure out why a few stink, why a nigga hair look a certain way. None of that shit don't impress me. It don't make that ain't cute to me. Like
That's what I
I'm
was
really
getting to
here.
before you
Like,
cut me off.
hold on. I said I'm gonna be real brief. Now to the people in the chat, I'm never gonna cap. If I haven't smelt some or done some, I'm gonna say that. Now, like I said, is it true? I'm gonna say it is because all you niggas, I'm gonna go with the majority win. Everybody ain't lying. Now, my thing is this. I've smelt foul smelling people of all motherfucking skin tones, and I just don't see how that's gonna get me closer to knowing where the fuck these white folks from, because we took the Caucasus Mountains away from them. Now, folks trying to make this shit into some other kind of debate about where that person got fur, that person stank. Look, man, that's childish shit, homeboy. I'm here to learn about the origins of white folks.
Okay,
And to
that's
the
what we trying
people
to
in the
get to.
chat, okay,
Let me
cool.
get
And
after
to the
Tayshawn.
people in the
Let me get after
chat,
Man,
Tayshawn.
I'm
that's
saying
all
that
it
they
is.
ass from a lab, bro. They don't even come from no motherfucking.
Who's
Ain't no.
Let me
They
get after
created.
Tayshawn.
They GMOs, bro. They GMOs. They genetically modified organisms. They got more than one. They got more than one. Man, they been made up of animals.
That's what I was trying to get to, bro.
So they
That's what I
don't
was trying
have.
to
They
get to.
don't have. That's why they
I
keep
agree.
confusing where the fuck they come from, because they
Okay,
don't come
so
from
that's the
nowhere.
start. Now we
They don't
got to
come from
start.
nowhere.
I agree.
That's what I'm
Look,
saying.
now
They
we
don't
So they had
come from.
technology 8,000 years ago to do
now
this.
Hey,
now
y'all, that's the
So
now
start,
let's see the
though.
evidence of
That's
someone
the
doing
start,
that
though.
6,000 years
hold
ago.
up. Let's take his start. I like his start. Now
Yeah.
let that brother cook a minute, right? Because look, now let him explain who did it. Who was it? Yaqub? Nation of Islam said Yaqub was playing with black folk cells and animal cells and created white folks. You gonna go
With
with
what
that, right?
technology 6,000 years ago?
Nah. I ain't saying. I ain't putting no name on it, bro, because I wasn't heard. But I'm validating shit that I'm heard of, that we all can see. And one thing
I ain't telling you to
You
put a
got to
name
back
on
it
them,
up, though,
telling
my
you to
brother, if you're
explain
saying
it.
that they're GMOs, because GMOs are genetically modified
Right.
organisms. So who genetically modified the organism, my brother?
Right. That's all.
Not even who. How did they do that
That's like
6,000 years ago?
look. You asking me a question, bro. That ain't got nothing to do with the origin of these people creation. We trying to figure
You
out where they
just said
come
they're
from.
GMO, my brother.
Wow, this is
It,
crazy, brother. Let me tell you how.
Just because
What,
I
what
said,
technology did they come
I
with?
Okay,
said,
back your
look,
statement up, my brother. Just
just
back it
because I
up.
Listen, when
said,
you make
listen.
a statement, brother, people gonna have questions about it. And you need to be
Hey,
prepared.
look. I ain't say he couldn't have questions, bro. But my thing is, look, our things following the nature of their creator. We wasn't out here creating genetically modified organisms till they ass popped up. When nobody doing this shit, bro. They asses is
Genetic
GMO.
modified
How did they
stuff
do
don't
that
just pop
6,000
up,
years
my
ago?
brother.
With what
I see,
technology?
now we're not gonna get no facts.
GMOs
I
just
see
don't
that.
pop up. They're genetically modified
That's
organism, which is made.
that's my whole point. You trying to ask me who did it, knowing
Thank
that, but
you if
I
you're
was
saying that it was done.
Right.
You're
We
saying
need to
something
know
was
who
done.
did it.
So they could do that, but they couldn't make cars 6,000 years ago.
They not even indigenous to no landmass, bro. Why?
Where are
Okay,
they
you
from
can't
You
then?
even.
now go
What was
hold
the
up. Wait,
technology to do
That's my
this?
whole point, bro. They come from a
hold up,
lab,
Root.
bro. They don't have
Where
no
do
Hold up.
they
organism.
come from? What
They
lab
had
do they
labs
come from
6,000
then?
years ago.
What lab
Yeah, they
then,
bro,
sir?
Man, our technology ain't got shit on what niggas was doing 6,000 years
Well,
ago.
show us what
What
they used.
technology made a human called the so-called white man?
And the same shit they using to clone motherfuckers now.
No,
They
saying
seen
they
the
had
Hold
that
up, hold
6,000
up,
years
motherfuckers
ago.
genes
Rebo, hold
spliced
on,
up.
hold
Show
on,
us.
It's
Rebo.
nothing. No, let me get 30 seconds, Sanchez. Just
They
30 seconds.
Go ahead, go
30
ahead.
spliced.
seconds. All I'm saying is a lot of people have to back up their statements. That's all. I digress.
Well,
Can I say something
hey,
real quick?
Black.
So just to
Well,
make this really, really simple, all the evidence shows modern humans left Africa 60,000 years ago and then spread around to the earth. And that's how white people
Evidence don't show that.
Where's your
Evidence don't show that,
bro.
Where
You
does
on the
that
wrong
theory
panel, bro.
come from? Where does
But
that theory
evidence
come
don't, that's
from?
the
Now,
only
give us
evidence.
some
Show me
evidence of
evidence
that.
that humans
No,
come
it's
from
not.
Africa.
I don't know. I don't know what the
Can I
hell.
get him? Can I get him?
Hold on, one at a
Yeah, I
time,
was-
y'all. Damn.
yeah, I don't know what the hell he talking about, but I'm just saying y'all can
It's
use
called
context clues,
evolution.
bro.
Evolution.
Y'all on this panel, bro. Y'all should be intelligent enough to read between the lines and stop being so damn technical.
got
Yes,
him a
you're
lot.
saying
When a
that
nigga
already,
say,
Mike.
hold on, when a nigga say a
Your claim,
motherfucker
but
was
you don't.
created in the lab, bro, just know that they don't have a natural origin of
We
creation.
got you, brother. Hey, we got you. Check this
Sanchez,
out.
30 seconds. Now, y'all on two great platforms. You're saying that it's GMO, and my other brother saying it's 60,000 years ago. Let's build on where y'all get them information from. I digress.
I have the evolution
Hey.
theory and out of Africa theory that's
Hey.
pretty much all the scientists agree on, and you have
Genetically.
pseudoscience that they
Hey,
made
hey,
labs.
brother,
60,000 years ago.
hold on.
I
The
don't know.
brother right there just said he got all of this evidence that all the scientists agree on. That's all it is, consensus. It's not no evidence. It's just a bunch of
Cut it
people
out.
agreeing.
That's your
It's a bunch-
opinion,
Why
but
can't I
they have
finish talking?
evidence.
Why can't I finish talking, brother? Why can't I finish talking, man?
Well, you're
Relax,
talking
man.
a lot. So.
I thought you had afternoon tea, bro. I thought you had afternoon,
Relax though,
Sanchez.
brother. It don't matter how long I'm talking. We passing a blunt around in the cipher, and it's my turn. Are you scared? Mute your
No,
mic
go
and
ahead,
get
present
this
your
work,
pseudo.
bro. Get this work, bro. I ain't even said nothing yet. Look at him. He on pen and needles. Let me cut my camera on. He don't want me to get a flow going because
No,
he
go
know
ahead.
that.
Go ahead.
Look, what you gotta let me, brother. So here's what's going on. This man is up here standing on everything what the white man told him.
That's
And
the
he
first
are-
problem. Scientists
Here
come in
you
all
go,
colors.
here you
That's
go,
how,
y'all.
that's
Here
how
you go.
small-minded
I'm
you
not
are.
gonna be able to talk. I see that, man.
All
I might as
scientists
well
come in
not
all
talk.
colors. Go ahead.
I just might
Hey,
as well.
hold
Hold
on,
y'all
hold on,
just
Sanchez.
build real quick
Hold
off
on,
evolution.
real words, move. Hey, King Brethren, mute your mic and let them mute. I'm gonna let them talk. If you ain't gonna be able to do that, I'm getting you the fuck up out of here, gang. You gotta show some discipline, cuz.
He telling me scientists come in all colors. Now check this out, y'all. Truth only come in one color though. And what I mean by that is it don't matter how many doctors black, they still gonna treat you the Western way that the white man taught them. It don't matter how many scientists black or how many white. It's just a matter that this science is coming from one group who's the dominant race. Any man denying that shouldn't even be on this panel, if you ask me, Bap, like it's setting us back. If you don't think that. Now, with that being said, I'm gonna say this too. Everything he's saying, we all was taught that. Darwinism, evolution out of Africa theory. We all know about that, man. What he's not realizing is that the white man is so racist. The white man told him he was first, but the price he got to pay is being a monkey. And if I got to call my ancestors a monkey to be first, then goddamn it, I don't want to be the lion leader that damn bad. I see what the white man doing. It's the first one, it's the rotten egg. Their science is based on eugenics and racism. It teach that the youngest human is the most intelligent. They teach that the most further you go back in nature, the more dumber and primitive and Flintstone humans get. And no toilet paper and no shoes. And that when time moved on, everything evolved and got smarter. So the youngest humans have the most IQ. If y'all go look up, Darwin was a fucking eugenicist. And he was laying a foundation for them to create the modern day IQ system to say that blacks are naturally ignorant. Blacks are naturally primitive. Blacks are naturally violent because they got the monkey genetics. They got the jungle genes.
But that was good though.
Can I
When we
respond
saying
now?
though that
Can I
the
respond
dude
to what he said?
melanated gifted. 1
Real
second, kid.
real words. It's his time to respond.
Okay, so that's the great speech that Brother Sanchez gave. Now, the way it works is you need evidence to support your claim. So show the evidence that all the scientists are lying and they all get it from one source, and that evolution is eugenics. So you can say whatever you want,
Let me know when you're ready to present it.
Hey,
Don't ask
something after he's
don't,
done.
Can I
ask
finish
for nothing
responding?
that
30
you
seconds
don't want.
before Sanchez
Can I finish?
Hold up,
my
Roots.
statement?
Oh, bro, don't ask for nothing you don't want. Tell me when you want it, and I'll give it to you.
if I can finish my statement, can you keep quiet while I'm talking, please?
But you asked me for something.
So you're not gonna let me talk.
Nah, you asked me for something.
You
though.
did ask me for something, though, King.
I'm in the middle of a statement. He keeps talking. So
if you
ask
me for something, I'm going to
Sanchez, you know when he done, you got the floor. When he done, you got the
I
floor.
know, but he's not going to act like. Hold up. He's not going to act like. He's not going to act like I'm cutting him off. I'm not cutting you off. Let's say, bro, don't give it to me now. Let me finish. Cool.
Provide the evidence to back what you're saying.
Got you. You ready for me to do it?
Yes.
Fine. Let's go. Share my screen. That's all I was saying, brother. Trying to act like I'm cutting you off, and that's all you had to say. But okay, I'm trying to provide evidence. Now you got to be quiet, brother. You got to be quiet. And check this out. When you told me to provide that evidence, I just got busy saying what you want me to provide and when. I had to cut you off. You requested something from me.
You could have waited till I was done.
No, I couldn't have because I thought you wanted me to present. You still cutting me off right now. You ain't waiting for I'm done.
Show your evidence to stop.
So brother, I'm pulling up my evidence now. I got to go in my files. But you got to shut your mouth and let me talk. Remember, bro. So check this out, y'all.
Yeah, relax.
Right, relax, man. Now hold on. Now, Big App, I'm about to screen share again. But this time I'm pulling from my own personal computer files, and it's kind of, I'm loading up my hard drive. So bear with me. Here we go, though. I'm finna give you an evolutionary timeline of humanity. Matter of fact, I can just pull it up over here. Human timeline, evolution timeline. Starting from Australopithecus.
Now, that's all I was saying, Sanchez, is you got on the platform of people's theology, what people believe in, and Kid Grow believe in evolution. The dude, Middle Congregate Gifted, believe in GMO. That's where they came from.
It's not about belief. It's not what
I'm ready.
I just need 30 seconds so I won't get cut off, man. I just need 30 seconds so we get a platform for this debate. Because everybody's saying I'm a dick rider just because I believe with Sanchez that white people and black people just don't come from two designated areas. I'm getting the platform that me and Sanchez saying that white people and black people come from all around the world. Kid Grebo believe in evolution, and Middle the gifted guy believe in GMO. That's also.
Listen, bro. Don't nobody care about black people like me. Because I'm willing to go out to black folks even in their stubborn ass ignorance. Now, guess what I'm telling you right here? The Chinese government came out about 5-6 years ago saying black people are first. We can prove that black folks created us Chinamen. And all the niggas was getting on my stream saying, bro, Sanchez, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. The Chinese government amend that black folks is first, and you cooning, you saying your own people ain't first. I'm like, bro, y'all don't get the joke. Nobody want to be first, because share my screen, please. Share my screen. I'm gonna show you why nobody want to be first. Look who's first. Everybody know that the first human is what science is mocking. They're saying this is the first human. And if you go around the world and interview everybody, government, they'll be like, oh, no, we ain't first. No, black people first. Bro, I woke up on that shit. I said they playing a big game on us.
Who says Lucy's the first modern
human?
Hold
on, man. Why don't you shut your goddamn mouth a minute, bro? When they talk about the out of Africa theory, and humans coming from Africa, they prove that with these bones, which are 3.2 million years old, according to these paleontologists. When they want to prove that humans, black people were first in Africa, they go right to these bones. And you know what? I think that they taking bones from like dead humans, mixing it around with ape bones and shit, creating these monstrosities. I don't believe these paleontologists, because bones don't survive that long. I was in law enforcement. After 150 years, your bones turn to dust. We see ashes, dust to dust. This is a joke. Now check it out. Every government in the world, none of their people want to be first. Because when you go to research eugenics, when you go to research what Darwin and what the Vatican was into, they was trying to create an IQ system and a class system to say, hey, some people are naturally fucking born dumb, ignorant, while they was dumbing people down. When they was indoctrinating people, dumbing them down, they wanted to fucking justify by saying, no, they born that way. It's in their genetics. They got a whole racist ass genetic system and IQ system that they use in the education system to this day that target black people based on what I'm saying. Listen, they're saying that it's in our genetics to naturally behave like animals because we are the original human, which was merged with Australopithecus. Now, I didn't make this up. I'm researching this shit and doing all my research. I got videos going viral. Other folks saying, bro, I was already ahead of you. I've been there. It's hard to teach this to black folks. And I see what they saying. Why would the white man want to tell you first? Why would the Chinese government just come out and be like, yeah, y'all gave birth to us, black man. Y'all first, and niggas eating it up, calling me a coon. And they was taking up for the Chinese government when they own black brother was trying to tell them how them folks is mocking your ass. It's a big joke on you. But niggas think they know everything. No, Sanchez, you just love the white folks, and niggas just stupid. So you know what? I'm gonna yield my motherfucking mic, and I'm through. Once I realize there's stubbornness involved, man, you can't teach nobody, then fine. I take my knowledge back, man. I'm willing to learn from anybody.
Okay, can I respond to you? He's trying to show me evidence. Can I respond real quick?
1 second. The Jewish
Hey,
people.
real words. Dude, bro, Sanchez was responding to King, whatever bro name is. I'm gonna let him get his rebuttal in. Then I got
So
you.
I asked Sanchez for evidence to back up what he's saying, and instead of providing evidence, he provided misinformation. So Lucy is not a modern human. Modern humans are the Homo sapiens sapien. It clearly shows that Lucy.
I didn't say she was a modern human.
Or Austria, whatever, not modern humans. So
I didn't say she was a modern human, bro.
So why are you showing Lucy then?
Because I'm showing you the original human. When you talk about the out of Africa theory,
Yeah, the
this
people
is
that left
what they
Africa
used.
were Homo sapiens sapien, not
No,
Australopithecus.
this
So
is
that's
what
misinformation.
let me ask you a question real quick. What are the oldest bones of any humanoid creature in the motherland that they use to prove the oldest humans in Africa? This is just a test, because if you get it wrong, I'm done, bro. I'm done.
They don't use the modern human. They use something from the Australopithecus era.
That's what I'm sharing.
But the people
That's
that
what
left
Lucy
Africa,
is.
Yeah, but
That's
bones
what I'm
don't last that
sharing.
long. Bones
That's
don't
what I'm
last that long.
sharing,
who
no
left
brother.
Africa? Homo sapiens left Africa. So modern humans left Africa. So the modern humans that exist today are the ones that left Africa. You see what I'm saying? So there is no difference.
Listen,
Homo
listen.
sapiens.
I can get what
Bones
you
don't
saying.
last that long.
Hold on, Roots.
Well,
Roots.
there's a
We get
difference
that,
between
Roots.
bones and
We
fossils.
get that, Roots. We ain't trying to make that. We know that,
But
Roots.
if I
But
can,
I'm
if I
giving
can
them
finish speaking, you
Bro.
spoke for like 10 minutes, and I was just calling out on the misinformation you spread out. So I just want to make that
It's
clear.
not misinformation. You just said exactly what I said, brother.
Is not a Homo sapiens sapien. Homo
I did not.
sapiens
You putting
sapien
words
are
in my
modern
mouth,
humans.
man. Why is
Those are the
this guy
people that
putting
left.
words in my mouth, y'all?
If I could talk, that'd be great. So
If you could
modern
quit
humans,
putting words
which are
in my
Homo
mouth,
sapiens, they left Africa about 60,000 years ago. So they're human beings, what we are today. Those are the people that exist in Africa now, and a small group of those people left and went out and spread around. So this whole thing that's saying that they're dumb, it doesn't even make sense, because we have Africans coming into America being successful doctors.
Brother,
every race does well. So that's not evidence. That's misinformation.
Let me show you something, y'all. He forgot his whole argument.
You did a whole presentation. I can't.
You just ended, dude. You just ended.
How are you gonna tell me when I'm done? I'm
anyway,
still talking.
guess what, y'all?
I try to get it.
This dude is playing games, man. He literally just repeated himself twice. Why is he playing games?
You keep talking. Can you shut it?
We got too many people on the panel to play games with this.
Well, you keep talking. I just basically called out your misinformation.
No, I'm just saying.
Okay, so now let me. If you called out my misinformation and let me respond, cool. That's all I'm saying. So here's my response, brother. You forgot your original argument. The original argument was we was talking about was blacks first, not about which which
I said modern humans.
Hold
I
on,
didn't
bro.
say a race.
This will
I
be
said
quick.
modern
This will be
humans
quick.
left Africa.
This will be quick because I got a question for you. So prepare for this question. I know you're not going to be able to answer it. But now remember what the debate was, my brother. It was about who was the first humans, not about which human type migrated out of Africa. That's why I put up Lucy. Remember, bro, you put words in my mouth and you forgot the argument. You saying it's misinformation when you repeated me. You said, yo, the oldest bones are Australopithecus. I said, yo, bro, that's what I'm sharing right now. That's what I'm sharing. So the argument was, how do we prove blacks were first and that they come from Africa? What you said earlier. And I said, well, this is, hold on. Blacks aren't modern humans. We're original humans. That's what you're not mistaken. According to science, blacks saying we're
modern humans.
Brother, come on. I'm about to wrap it up right now.
No, you said blacks are modern humans.
Brother.
Blacks
You
are modern humans.
you can tell me if I'm wrong or right after this. According to what I learned from the conscious community, blacks are not modern means new, man. So that, to my understanding, the newest, most modern human on the earth is the white man. If you want to go back to the original man theory, the
So black people are
original.
not Homo sapiens sapien.
Oh, god damn, dude.
You're not
I'm
even
gonna
making
answer
sense.
whatever you. I'm gonna answer whatever you want me to answer if you just let me finish, bro. If I'm not making sense, let me keep digging a hole for myself. This working in your favor. If I sound like a fool not making sense, the best thing you can do is be quiet and let me make a fool of myself. It'll help you. Now let me make a fool of myself. So like I was saying, y'all, if we saying we the first and original man, that's the antique man, not the modern man. It's the difference between an antique car and a modern car. Which one is the newest? See, that's what I'm saying. And today's science, they saying that new equates to better, more technological. And I'm saying it don't, because everything, what they bringing up with evolution, it's saying that the creation started in a primitive state and it evolved to an advanced state. But
Right,
that's
the modern
just not
human, the
true.
Homo sapien.
Now check
Black
this
people are
out.
Homo sapiens. All humans are Homo
Oh, you know
sapiens.
what? I'm gonna fall back. Interject, brother. Go ahead and interject, brother. No
Okay, so
problem.
you- so
Interject.
you
man.
Hey man, no disrespect to the whole thing though, but see, that's one thing that I gotta respect about Sanchez, man, is we gotta stay on subject. The subject was about what y'all was talking about. Then y'all keep moving the goalposts because y'all don't write shit down
Right,
or have no
right.
motherfucking thesis to defend your shit.
Well, I'm saying that basically
No,
there is
quit
no.
saying
It's
some
just,
shit and stay on fucking subject.
it's just this
That's what he
modern
do.
humans. I don't know
And
what this black people are not modern humans and white people are. They're just one Homo
We're the
sapien.
original. You can't be the original human. You can't be the original man and the modern man. You can't.
There's only
That's
one
what-
Homo sapien. Unless you can show me that blacks are somehow not Homo sapien, I would love to see that.
Brother, I'm not. See, here's where he's not dealing with the original man versus the non-original man. This is his theory. See, he's trying to prove, he's talking according to evolution, all humans evolved to be Homo sapiens. But guess what? According to the original man theory, how did the black man get the title of original man, even though him and the white man are both Homo sapien? Because the
that's
black
simple,
man,
because
hold on.
Hey,
Wait.
Sanchez, was monkeys having sex with humans, bro?
Hold on.
See, that's what he's
go
saying. That he's saying that his ideology come from monkeys and humans having sex in Africa.
See, and that's what the white man say in his racism, and that's how he
that
said.
root word said.
But
That's
hold
what
on,
Lucy is. Lucy is a so-called Homo sapien cheddar man
Lucy is
that
not,
was
and I
having
said
a
that
banana
10 minutes
sex
ago. You
with
gotta
a human,
listen.
and they evolved, my brother.
The point that I'm
just
making
like a
is
Neanderthal is not a Homo sapien. And the Dravidians, they're not Homo sapiens.
We got you, but the point is, I want you to deal with this, brother. We say we're the original man because according to science, that science you brought up, and the Chinese government, the black people are the only one that can trace their DNA back to Lucy. None of these other races can because they're too new. So they're saying we're linked to the monkey. That's racism. That's why they start calling us monkeys and shit.
That's
But
incorrect. We're
but
all
that-
the
that's
same.
what. But hold on.
We're all the same thing.
Hold on, brother. And that's why I was saying how every other government and group of people don't want to be linked to Australopithecus, but they want us to be linked to it. This is some eugenics racism. And I agree with you. Hold on, wait a minute, brother. Wait, brother. You too emotional, man. Damn, wait. Listen, brother, I know none of this shit don't make sense. I'm showing you what these dummies believe in. I don't think it makes sense either. I'm with you. I'm telling you, this is the dumb shit that their science teach, though. This is why you shouldn't use evolution to make your claim.
No,
that's the point what we were saying earlier, dude. Damn.
No, if I can say this real quick.
Fucking weird as hell, man. Like you don't get it.
No, that's the whole point I brought up about his basis says if everybody was calm, his basis was, and if we wrote down and stuck to the subject, it was talking about where do white people come from. Another dude said they come from GMOs, and he said they came from.
I ain't so the thing is that
now see, I need 30 seconds. I don't need to talk that long. All I'm saying is we set the basis of the point that white people where they come from. And my brother over here, that comes on the channel and always argue with people, he ain't sticking to the subject because his shit is going back to the evolution theory. Me and Sanchez, I think we're on the same page where we're saying black people was everywhere and white people was everywhere.
And where's the evidence of that?
Bro, what the evidence that you come from a monkey? I got evidence that all these people
monkey?
Bro, hold on.
That's evolution.
Stop.
You're saying we're primates.
Hold on. I can show you, brother. Stop. I can give you the evidence of black and white people being everywhere all over the earth. Do you?
I would love to see it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and by the way, I wasn't saying that they came from GMOs. I was just using that as an example, saying that like they were gene spliced, bro. They not original to the planet. Like they don't originally come from nowhere. That's by me saying like they genetically modified organisms. I'm just using that as something everybody can understand me by. I'm not saying I believe in that shit. But that's
all I'm saying is it's a great conversation, my brother. Just
for sure.
Stand on their subject. That's all, my brother.
That's 100. That's 100. But no, I'm just providing clarity. Like I ain't saying that that's where they come from. I'm not, because honestly, I don't think I don't believe they came from nowhere. Like they don't have, that's why their history is a mystery. For real.
It's not a mystery. Africans left, went to Europe, and over thousands of years.
I'm saying though, you keep saying Africans left though, bro. But like they not the only people that left from where the fuck they was at. Like people that was in America that left where the fuck they was at.
You gotta show evidence of people being in America.
It is evidence of people being in America, bro. It's evidence, bro. You can look in the cemetery. You can go to your cemetery, bro, and you can see that it's shit in the motherfucking cemetery that been there longer than majority of these foreigners been. It's like castles and shit. All type of shit in the cemeteries, but they've been here for hellish.
We got 30,000 years of the first humans coming through the Americas.
You said what now?
We have 30,000 years is the earliest of humans arriving to.
But that's what I'm saying though, bro. That's all that shit speculation. I'm saying
okay, show us the evidence of them being they're longer. I'm just looking for the evidence.
Nigga, I'm the evidence. But I'm saying like,
there you go. You're the evidence. Now you just disqualified yourself.
No, I haven't, bro. Because prove that my people ain't been here.
I'm sure. I want to see evidence of.
I'm saying it's more. I'm saying though, bro. I'm saying though, bro. Have you ever heard of the Great Year? Yeah, I'm saying. Just answer the question. I'm saying answer the question one by one. Have you ever heard of the Great Year?
No.
Then. Well, the Great Year is based like a celestial calendar. It's at least 26,000 years. Damn near each one of them, bro. Our people been here for hellas of them. So like you trying to say 30,000 years and shit, bro. That's you getting that shit from a motherfucker who literally just got here.
Well, show me the evidence then. That's all I'm looking for.
He believes in the evolution theory.
He got to. I'm saying, bro, your whole foundation.
Every black person came from a slave boat.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And you keep saying African. Bro. Which African? Was the South Africans? Was the West Africans? Was the Northeast Africans?
Why won't y'all just admit that the slave trade existed and that happened? Y'all be going back way back to Lucy and shit.
That's what I'm trying.
Documents of slave. We got goddamn plantations. We got plantations now. So if y'all go on a plantation right now in your state, if you in the South, if you live in South Carolina. You go to Nashville, they got a plantation in the middle of the damn city where they own slaves.
But that was just
hold up, that's not the argument.
Economic structure. That was
slaves is not.
One mic.
Yeah, but that's just
Slaves are
that was
not.
just the,
We are not debating slaves. Thank you. Go.
right,
Let's go
right,
back
right,
to
Man,
where
right,
nigga,
white
it's
right.
a
people
But
came
that's
from.
that's
plantation in the middle
Let's
of
go back to
Nashville.
where
Y'all go
white
to
people came
Nashville,
from.
Tennessee.
I'm
It's
saying.
a
I'm saying though.
plantation
Look,
Shut
in the
up,
middle of
bitch.
Nashville where the
Shut
men
up,
that was
bitch.
in
bro,
position
hold on,
We
owned
bro.
talking
Bro,
about
you
slaves.
where
talking
white
about
people came from.
right,
Shut
bro.
up,
You talking
bitch.
about
Stay on the stay
plantations
on
and
the
shit.
subject. Stay on the
They have a
subject.
festival. Look, they
Let's
have
stay
a
on the subject.
Right, bro. You
every
talking about
year, bro.
plantations and shit. Every white
It's
person couldn't even
there.
be a so-called slave owner back then, and it wasn't even just slaving with slave shit. It's employment, bro. Like the
And
South
Bro,
gentlemen,
wasn't
that's not
can
the
we
true,
South. The
man.
South
refrain
was
from
It's
yes, it
print.
is,
It's
bro. The
refrain from
South.
this?
The
people.
That's like
South
saying
They
the
was
have.
not
Holocaust was a
structured.
work camp. Stop with that
Listen,
nonsense.
It's a
listen, bro.
docu.
The
It's
Let's
a
South,
breathe
bro.
though,
documentary
y'all,
This,
because
about
we're getting
bro,
off
just
a
subject.
slave
Let's
bro,
in
just be
breathe.
Mississippi.
quiet,
Up
Those
bro.
are
this
those are
slave
white
Listen,
that was in
supremacist talking
Mississippi. They
points you're
had her
One
as
using,
a
bro.
mic,
slave
one mic,
up
one
to
mic. Nobody can
1950,
hear everybody.
1960. It's a
bro.
documentary
That's
online right now on Vice.
bro.
So,
Listen, bro. That's
so what?
because it
Okay,
was employment.
okay,
That's because it was
okay.
Bro,
No,
let
employment,
it
hold
bro.
on.
The
go.
Wait a
Go
South,
minute.
the
straight
South
to
Do
the
wasn't
not. Wait a
slave
structured
shit
minute.
we
like
Getting
that.
paid
talking
an
Do not
hour.
about.
engage.
Whoa,
Do not
Hey,
whoa.
engage
y'all,
in the
calm
slave
down.
debate.
Everybody gets to
We are
talk.
not.
Everybody gets to
We
talk.
are
One
not
mic.
engaging. We are not
I bet,
engaging in the slave. We are not
I bet,
engaging in the
bet.
slave debate.
And
Why
We're
are
gentlemen,
y'all
talking
Bro,
about.
changing
I
this
bet,
We're
slow,
history,
talking.
bro?
slow,
It's
We're
man.
talking
people.
about the
Let's
origins of
calm
white
Read
people.
down.
Zora Neale Hurston
I
books.
bet, bet.
She talked
First of
We're
all,
about the
talking about the
slaves.
I bet,
origins of
bet.
white people.
The origins of white people.
Let's
First of
not.
all,
Yeah.
we
They
got
We
don't
we
want
got
to
got a
talk
slaves
about
talking
that
in Zora
because we
Neale
winning
Hurston
on
books,
that.
and y'all over here
all white
talking
people.
about slavery didn't
Let's
exist.
calm
Hey,
down.
You're
hey, let's calm
lying.
We're
down.
keeping it
Hey,
on
gentlemen,
subject.
gentlemen, let's calm down.
Yeah,
We
all
grown men
white
over here.
people.
We don't need to yell. Let's just calm down. Everybody speaking one time, man. We
Right.
grown
Y'all,
men. We
hey,
don't
All right,
need
hey,
read
to
look, let
yell.
me say
Barracoon.
this.
Read
Emotion is
Barracoon by
cool.
Zora Neale Hurston.
Emotion is cool, but let's come with some
Okay, I don't
course
want
of
to speak
decorum.
with
Yeah,
emotionalism,
no,
but
no, it's
But
read
cool. It's
Smoke
Zora
said
okay.
Neale
It's
y'all haven't
okay.
Hurston
talked.
Hold
Smoke said
Barracoon,
on.
knowing
Let's just
knowledge
where she
breathe.
haven't talked
talked to
to none of
the
y'all before.
former
Let's
slaves
just
in
take
Alabama.
a moment and breathe, man, because everybody's
I'm over
yelling
here
and
trying to talk.
screaming.
Y'all
Hey,
talking
Smoke, you
over
got
me,
next.
bro.
I'm
Smoke, you got
saying
next. Smoke.
Yeah.
You
you
got next.
changing
Smoke right after
All right.
knowledge,
like
brother.
like
Hold
like
Let's
like
on,
like
calm
like
hold
down, bro. And
on,
hey,
hold
I
on,
just
hold
want to
on,
say
hold
this.
on.
you
Everybody
Great
mute
changing
up.
bill.
the
But
goalpost.
Everybody
let's
mute up.
refrain from
Everybody mute up.
disrespecting each other. Let's refrain
Everybody
from
mute up. I
disrespecting.
need everybody to mute up. I don't give a damn. Mute up, mute up, mute up. One at a time, man. Y'all can have these debates. Y'all gotta learn how to stop cutting motherfuckers off when they speaking, man. And when a motherfucker try to make his point, let him make his point, y'all. This is what we here for, the live debates. Y'all making it seem like a damn argument or a rant. Let's get back to the information. Go ahead. I
I
don't
just
know.
want
Yeah.
to ask what the subject is about. Add power. That's all. Just
That's what I was gonna say. I thought we was talking about where white people came
Bro,
from, and Buddy Cop
Yeah,
hopped on here talking about
can
ain't
slavery.
let
no
me
listen,
speak
Rule. Ain't no
on.
real subject. There's new people coming on. There's gonna be new debates. If one person was having a particular debate with that person, that debate will resume when the conversation spin back around.
That's all I wanted you to do is just come in and take
That's
control of
real
that.
shit,
That's all, brother.
That's real shit. Hey, real shit, Big Albert. Let's respect the brother showing and you know what I'm saying, do it with decorum. Much respect to Bap, man.
Appreciate
And much
it.
for sure, man. Hey, look, this what I'm gonna say, y'all. I think we got off track because whenever these conversations come up, brothers question each other agenda. So I always get, man, you trying to protect the white man, and what it really be is I'm really a nerd like that. I want to know the truth, even if it don't support black people's ego. Like a lot of times, Nick, I be in these communities where people find a lot of pride in knowing, look, I'm the original man. I was first, and like I gave birth to all the races. Then when I present certain evidence to kind of make them question that, I can tell it's clicking in them, but they mad that it's clicking in them. It's almost like, so what you doing, man? You know, like you taking away my damn, you know, little, and it ain't, no, I'm just trying to get to the truth because a lot of time these folks program these thoughts in us in an emotional way so that we don't see the eugenics agenda behind it. This shit led me into eugenics. I ain't no cap, but you notice I've been using the E word a lot, eugenics. Most folks don't understand how that tie into evolution and Australopithecus and the whole thing of why they was calling black folks monkeys back in the day and shit.
But even using race is like pseudo, bro. We got to throw like race
Hold
out.
up,
It's not
wait a
such
minute.
thing as race.
You got
Like
next.
race
got a
is
You got
just
next.
a
You got
construct.
next, Smoke.
I know,
You
but
got
you
30
can't
seconds
tell
left.
that to racist motherfuckers. So I mean, in our mind, we know the truth. Ain't no such thing as race, but in the world outside, it's a jungle out there, and most of them gonna say, "What you mean race don't exist?" But we over their head though. We deep though.
Yeah.
With it. They don't
Because I
know yet.
mean, shit, we
But
can
it's
all
Smoke
have babies.
turn
I can
now,
have a
though.
baby with
Smoke
an
turn
Asian person.
and
I can have a
Taz
baby with a
turn
white
now.
person. You know?
I got a question. I noticed that you have my name on your avatar. Are you interested in getting a tattoo of me on your bussy, sir?
Bro, I ain't changing from I need to change it from Aboriginal TV page, but you was talking about raping niggas and shit. That's why I put that on there. You
And
talking
there's
about
a
you
lot
gonna
of
rape me?
subjects up here, y'all. Come
I
on,
have
man.
another question. I have another question. Do you consider yourself a real man, sir?
Bro, I'm trying to have a conversation with the panel. Bro. I ain't
That's
trying, you talking about
a
you gonna
simple question.
rape me when you see me and shit. So
That's a simple
tell us what
question.
you said on the other show, man. Let's talk to the panel.
Do you consider yourself a real man, sir? Yes or no?
Can we keep up with discussion, bro? I ain't
Just
trying
say
to
yes or
like
no and
No,
take
no.
the floor over. Just say yes
Aboriginal.
or no and take
Hold
the floor
on.
over, my
Wait a
brother.
minute. Hold on. Let me
Just say yes or no and take the floor over, my brother.
let me have my day in the sun real quick. Aboriginal power allowed us to change the subject, long as we segue back to the original topic. We're gonna segue back to the original topic. But right now, sir, you're under an inquisition.
Bro, you
Can you
said
answer?
you was gonna kiss me in the mouth and rape me, bro. That's what you said on the other show. That's why I put that on there. Like you said that. You was like get naked for a real nigga and all that shit. So that's why I put
Damn,
it.
hold on, Smoke. Hold on, Smoke. Did you say that?
Yeah, go
Hold
listen
on.
to
Wait a minute.
Aboriginal TV.
Wait a minute.
The last
Hold
show
up.
we just did.
Man, let's
Hold
get
up,
back to
brother.
the original
Let him
topic.
finish, man. Let him finish. Just let him finish. Let the man finish.
All debates is welcome. Smoke.
That nigga
Let
say
the-
I'm gonna kiss you in
let
the
the man
mouth.
finish.
He said, "Oh, he was saying this nigga was going crazy." I'm like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? Like, look, I don't roll like that, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't on that type of time, bro. You know what I'm saying? I gotta change that from the last show because I had a last show because you was saying a bunch of weird shit, man. If that's what you into, bro, that's cool. Like you're a part of the
Hold
community,
on.
but
Put
don't
the
threaten
real
a nigga
words
with
out
rape,
there. What
man.
he said, man. Put the real words out there. What he said, my brother.
That nigga say, "Oh, I'm gonna get you naked, nigga. You gonna get naked for a real nigga. I'm gonna kiss you in the mouth with your little pretty ass." Tell him all the shit you said on the last show, bro.
Damn, Gina.
I wasn't trying to say nothing, but he
Hold
bringing it
up.
up now.
When are you through? Have you landed your plane, sir?
You said what? Yeah, I
Have
landed.
you
My
landed
plane is
your plane?
landed, bro. And he said a lot more.
Okay.
Y'all gotta go on Aboriginal TV
Sir,
last show to hear
have
the
you landed your plane?
weirdo threats that this nigga was making.
Have you
It's landed.
landed your plane?
It's landed, bro.
Anyone can go and review that material on Aboriginal TV. I think it's timestamped at 2:51 for your viewing pleasure. Yes, you may go and review that. I don't remember exactly what I said verbatim, but understand this: there's a particular way that I talk to hoes, and I consider him to be a hoe. That is my defense.
See, he
Now
not
we can
denying it.
carry.
He not
Now we
denying
can
none of
carry
this
on.
stuff, man.
Hold on, Root. Hold on, Root. Let him get it in.
So I got a question for Brother Sanchez if he's available.
I'm here.
Okay, so I just want to make it clear. So you're saying that there's a difference between black humans and other humans. Is that what you're saying?
No, that's what science is saying.
What science says that?
Okay, now this is what's finna happen. When you ask me a question, after the question mark, leave some time for me to answer, homeboy. I'm not finna talk over you like a child and keep playing these games with you for real. Fair enough?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Science is saying we're genetically different. And there's a group of racist folks that's called eugenics, and some of them are scientists, doctors, and all that. And they have a racist approach to the IQ system. They saying that certain genetic groups have a problem learning more than others. Certain genetic groups are more violent than others, and they are actually genetically engineering those people to be that way with chemicals and poisons and all that. But instead of them saying that, they're saying no, they're genetically that way because of who their DNA trace back to in the jungle and shit. Now, I didn't create this kind of paradigm I just revealed to you there. That's me researching on how these eugenics think on websites and shit, saying, damn, these motherfuckers racist. This is literally a system they got. First of all, let me just ask anybody else on the panel, familiar with what I'm saying about eugenics, please don't tell me I'm the only one. Just
No, I'm familiar
all
with
bullshit.
eugenics.
you right,
Eugenics
bro.
is not a
You
science;
right.
it's a pseudoscience.
definitely break
No,
that
I
down.
want to holler at that. No, not the other brother. Everybody but that dude. I
Yeah.
wanted to know if it's
Hey,
anybody
bro,
else hip to what I'm breaking down.
Yeah, we familiar with eugenics.
Yeah, I know what
We
you're
are
talking
familiar
about,
with
bro.
eugenics.
Chief Holiday goes
Right.
in on eugenics extensively. So yes,
Okay,
we're
Right.
so
So,
how many here
so,
think
uh,
eugenics
out
is
to
a
Chief
science or
Holiday.
pseudoscience?
so
My
I'm not
research
trying
shows that
to
eugenics is not a science.
damn, brother. Can I finish? Damn, bro. I know that eugenics is pseudoscience and it's racist. That's what we're telling you, brother. That a lot of the points that you was bringing up using Darwin's theories and all of these different like Australopithecus and the out of Africa theory, this come from racist white folks. This come from eugenics and shit like that. This, hold on, brother. This what led me into the Aboriginal community. Everybody would tell you that when I first started in this country community about 7 years ago or whatever, I was into the Pan-African shit. So that just lets you know how real I am, that I questioned my way out of these different paradigms. I was born in the church.
With that, though?
I was born in the church. So my thing is this: you asked the question, and the answer to the question is simple, my brother. I hope it didn't go over your head.
No. So the problem with that is they can say that races are genetically different, but you have to show that, and you can't show it because there is no difference. That's what I'm getting at. So pseudoscience is irrelevant. I'm talking about science, and the science shows that
he don't get
Homo
science
sapiens
is
are all the
pseudoscience.
same. There's no genetic difference. Race is not biological; it's a social construct. So that's what I'm saying. You can't conflate pseudoscience with science.
That ain't what I'm doing. That's what the
pseudoscience.
eugenics is doing.
Right, eugenics
That's
is pseudoscience. We don't care about pseudoscience. We're talking about the scientific community. The
So,
evidence
so
shows
big
that
Aboriginal
Homo
power.
sapiens are the
Can you
same.
do me a favor? Can you teach him why eugenics is important to teach and why your chief is teaching it? Because he keeps saying, "Don't worry about eugenics because it's pseudoscience."
Yeah,
as
it's
if
not
they
scientific.
But because
It's
listen,
meaningless.
brother, listen what I'm saying. It don't matter if it's pseudoscience if they using it as a form of racism and attack, just like religion is pseudoscience. Wait. Hey, yo, get control over. Let me just say this shit, man.
I got you.
Let me land the plane right here real quick, please.
I got you.
Let me land right here, please. But the Bible is pseudoscience, but they still use the Bible to justify slavery, manifest destiny, and all kind of sick shit. We know eugenics is pseudoscience, but we're showing you how they use it for racism in the education systems and all that. Salutes to Chief for even dealing with the subject. Salutes to the brothers who know how real it is. It don't matter if it's pseudoscience.
Yeah.
They use pseudoscience as warfare, as weaponry.
That's
Yeah,
a
but all
fact.
you gotta do is ask
Hey,
again.
hold
Show
on.
me
Yeah.
that races are genetically different, and you can't do it. That debunks it right there.
I'm not trying to debunk eugenics because I know it's pseudoscience. I agree with you, brother. But what you're not missing is fuck trying to debunk eugenics instead of trying to counteract how they using it for racism. That's going over your head. Can somebody help me with this?
Yeah, he don't understand that they have now merged, intertwined eugenics with general educational science.
When and where?
Formal education is what you.
When and where have they done this?
For instance, the out of Africa theory that you presented to us is a form of eugenics.
How is that a form of eugenics?
Because it teaches that you was a monkey with her.
It shows the evidence that shows
It teaches that these monkey primates evolved, came from, and then all of a sudden become what you are today. So when
Homo sapiens are still primates.
If we was to do the process in reverse, you will be a monkey if we was to go back.
Okay, so then I always ask the question: if we didn't evolve, where did humans come from? When and how?
Hold on, let me answer that. It's very, very simple. Just a very simple answer. Humans come from humans. We see this example to this very day. If a male gets with a female, they're gonna have a human.
Where'd the
We
very
are
first human
gods.
come from?
We are gods.
Where'd the very first human come from? See how it goes quiet? Where'd the first humans come from? When
Okay,
and
now
how?
you're right. Maybe we can't answer that. Now we want to hear where you say the first human came from.
So I go by where the evidence is and
What
evolution.
does the evidence say?
Evolution.
Evolution says we come from what, sir?
We evolved from single cell organisms.
We
Oh my
evolved
God!
from what? Monkeys,
So
right?
you was a motherfucking soup. You was a piece of snot.
I'm waiting for the alternative theory that you guys
You was
have
a
as a
snot.
better explanation. I'm waiting for the better explanation.
We have
Tell
a
me
we have
when, how
common
humans came to
ancestors.
exist.
But that's not what it says. We was a single cell organism. That does not say that. It does not say we was a single cell organism. Now I can
We have
understand
a
that
common
maybe we come from some type of cell or some type of atom, and we created. But evolution say we come from monkeys, cheddar man, Homo sapien.
No, the first living organisms were single cell bacteria.
Now, where does it say that in evolution? So I can look it up, my brother.
Look at the whole theory of evolution. I mean,
Evolution
there's so much
says we come
information
from
on it.
Homo
What I'm waiting
sapien,
for
my
is
brother.
the alternative theory that's a better explanation of evolution. Because 97%
Okay,
of the
then
world
when
scientists
you say
agree
that,
on
where
that.
does that single
where's-
cell? Where was that single cell made, my brother?
I'm asking you for the alternative theory. Just tell me.
You said that it
where
comes
they
from a
come
single
from.
cell.
Listen,
Put that
let's
single
say
cell to
evolution
a
is
continent,
incorrect.
my brother.
Tell me the better theory then.
I'm asking you, where does that single cell originate?
Where did the single cell originate?
That you're talking
I'm not
about.
sure, but I'm
You're
asking
not
you for
sure
a better
it's your
explanation.
theory.
What is your explanation? I'm still waiting.
I'm
for the
saying that I
alternative.
don't know, but you're saying it comes
So
from
you
a
don't
single
know.
cell. Hold
So-
on, my brother. I need 10 seconds. You're saying it comes from a single cell, and I'm asking you where did that single cell come from?
I don't know, but I know that
You don't know, just
a
like
lot
us
of
then.
information is on evolution.
You don't know,
Well-
just like us then. Admit you don't know.
That's okay.
Well,
not to
hold
know
on,
things.
y'all. Hold on. I don't mean to interject, but I got to. This is how it go. We got prokaryotic cells, which is the single cell that whoever that was, white dude was talking. That's where we come from.
No, I'm
We are
African,
the single
homeboy.
cell. We are single cell. We are single cell people. Well, you can't be African if you're thinking we coming from monkeys, because only white people come from monkeys.
Well,
We
tell
are
me where humans came
prokaryotic
from, then.
cell people, huh?
How do humans come to exist then?
How did humans come to exist? It goes. I don't even want to explain that because a lot of people we done had this argument already about the aliens and shit. So we ain't gonna have
provide
it.
evidence of aliens then.
And all that shit. But if you want to know the truth, bro, we come from the Anunnaki people. We come from those types of people.
And where they come from?
Where did the Anunnaki come from? That's a good question I can't answer. But
Hey, we
proof.
got
That's a good question I can't answer.
That's why I'm
That-
doing the smoke signal.
But like I said, we don't.
Smoke signal. Smoke signal said that we come from men and women that procreate. Now, if y'all can't come up with nothing guaranteed,
But where the
off
first
that,
humans
we have
come
to
from
fall
that,
back to
that existed to
I
procreate?
don't know.
Where'd
I'm
they
not
come
gonna cut
from?
you off because I'm almost done. I'm saying I don't know where we came from. You're saying we came from a single cell that you can't originate somewhere. My other brother said we come from Anunnaki that he don't know where the fuck they from. So all three of us eliminate ourselves from what smoke signals say. We come from humans. I digress.
Okay, well that still stands. That still stands.
But those two to procreate, they have to come from somewhere to even procreate.
That's why it's called prokaryotic cells.
Until you say you know where that come from with conviction, we got to stand on that they came from some humans a long time ago. Until
Yeah, but
you
where those humans
convicted
come from?
what you're saying is true, my brother.
I'm saying
Bro.
that the very first life was a single
So
cell
can I
bacteria.
interject? Can I interject, bro? I've been quiet for like 45 minutes. I just been letting niggas build, bro. Y'all hear
Yeah,
me?
you got the flow.
Yeah, go ahead.
This open panel. You got.
All right, yeah. Listen, bro. Don't nobody the fuck know where humans start from. No, whoever's saying that is all bullshit. It's all theory. Nobody knows. It's okay. It's okay to say you don't know. Don't nobody know. The people who came up with evolution theory, they don't know. No one knows. Okay, so you're asking a strange question right now. I'm not a god. I cannot travel back in time to see the events that made everything what it is. I don't know.
Well,
What
there's evidence for
Sanchez was Sanchez. I'm gonna support with Sanchez because now that he clarified, I get where he's coming from earlier. Sanchez is the fuck correct. You know what I'm saying? Like evolution there wouldn't be no evolutionary theory if it wasn't for eugenics. That is a fact. The people
That's
who
not a
came up
fact.
with that is a fact. Darwin was a eugenicist. All the people who came up with evolution were eugenicists.
That could be
They
true.
are
But
eugenicists.
science
Okay,
adds up.
it
So
is
if 2
true.
+ 2 = 4, does it matter if Hitler discovered that or Jesus discovered that? 2
No,
+ 2
Darwin
=
just
4.
Darwin came up with it.
This
That's
guy
I'm
kind
staying
of
on
being
that.
stubborn a little bit, and I
No, but I'm saying
respect
it's
this brother. Much love
objective
for him,
truth.
but you not. It's like you're so open-minded to people that you can admit could be racist eugenics, but these guys, you ain't trying to hear them out. You saying even though they're racist pieces of shit, they can be right. Even though
Right.
we're not racist a piece of shit, we just wrong. You ain't even considering what we say. I'm just saying, bro, you just kind of firing back without even considering or hearing the brothers out, man. But salutes to you, man.
No, what I'm saying is it doesn't matter what your racism mind is. Does 2 + 2 = 4? If the facts are verifiable, they're verifiable, no matter who came up with this. That's my
But thing is, how can you verify that we come from chimpanzees or monkeys? How can you verify that evolution?
And to the same logic, when we talk about racists giving you science, the racist gonna always have an underlying racist agenda in it. For example, when racists told us we was 3/5 of a human back in the day, they had science backing that shit up. And that lets you know science can say pseudoscience just to serve its racist agendas to attack a certain group and all that. So
see,
to
the
consider
good thing about 2022, any one of us can verify the evidence ourselves. So,
and that's what I'm telling you.
No, you can't. You cannot verify that shit.
Evolution.
Crazy ass boy.
If you
So-
say we
If you
evolved
can't
from
verify it, it ain't
Australopithecus,
true. So what's stopping you
If
from
you
doing the research yourself and debunking it?
I'm gonna show you why. Let me show him something. When they say we evolved from Australopithecus, they got a missing link. That means right now on the earth, there should be a half human, half monkey walking around, a species of them, intermediary.
What's the missing link?
Hold up. Now they try to make it like Bigfoot exists, and Bigfoot is like that missing link in between Australopithecus and modern man. But that would have to be a whole race of these Bigfoot still today, and we would still see them transforming in front of us. But they say no, this happened so slow over a long distance of time, so we can't see it. So, but that's how they get around that.
So Sanchez, do you have a better explanation than evolution?
He did not say that. Can
That's
you
backed
rebut
by
what he
evidence.
just
I
said?
do.
1 second,
I
man. Can
do.
y'all
Okay,
rebut?
let's hear it.
Hold on.
Let's
He
hear it.
said that there's a missing link of a so-called person that's or a monkey that's still doing this like Bigfoot. Can you rebut that, my brother?
I don't know that there's a missing link, but he said he has a better explanation than evolution.
He just
and
gave
has
you the
evidence. I would
explanation
love
that
to hear it.
you're saying we come from single cells that turned into so-called Homo sapiens that turned into humans. That would still be
No,
going
humans are
on.
Homo
As
sapiens.
Sanchez saying, because we're still missing the Sasquatch. Can you rebut that, my brother?
My rebuttal is yes. I would love to hear your better explanation than evolution that's backed by evidence. I'm serious.
So basically, I made he see now the holes in evolution that I pointed out. Now he want to know my theory. Cool. I'm gonna give you
better
mine.
explanation.
Right. I'm gonna give it to you right now. So in my theory, and I'm not gonna say it's a fact. This is just my theory. I don't think that everything started from a single cell organism, and that single cell organism made the dinosaurs, humans, plants, mushrooms, tomatoes, flies, insects. That one single cell organism evolved to a lot. Here's what I think.
Right.
And what I think, my theory, I think that the creator, whatever it is, the intelligence behind this shit, it created every single organism uniquely by itself. And it didn't just make one single cell and say, okay, everything gonna evolve from that, everything. I think that they're lying about that. Me personally, I just think, hey, an intelligent creator would just create the shit. I mean, it's simple. I'm not gonna make it nothing deep. The creator made everything, made the monkey individually, the fucking bird individually. It made all of these different species, and I ain't gonna get into how or when or nothing like that. But what I will say is that to me, that make more sense than saying that a single cell organism, which just fell from out the sky in the ocean, started evolving into goddamn all these complicated organisms that we see around us.
Now that's why I gotta agree with
That's
Sanchez
still not
on
what
that.
the
I don't know
evidence
if
is.
you call it
Well,
higher
okay.
being.
Well, now let me ask y'all this.
Wait, I'm asking for the evidence that's
Let me ask y'all this though. Well, let me come up with this. Do y'all think everything come from the dark matter?
No, what I'm saying
Is that
is,
facts?
see,
No,
that's
no.
what you're
This is
saying is a higher being. You're saying like that's what Sanchez is saying. We don't know what the higher being is, so let's not guess it. But there's something out there higher than us, but we're not going to say that it comes from a single cell.
Well, let's see the evidence of this higher being.
So the thing is, do y'all believe everything started out of the dark matter, darkness? Because that's where I believe everything comes from.
Wait, no, I was asking Sanchez for evidence.
Right there,
That's what he's saying.
hold on, brother. Let me answer. If somebody say what they believe as far as the where everything, whether the dark matter and all that, to me, that like Root Words was saying, that's gonna get into a theological debate. No one can be right or wrong in a theological debate. Is everybody just talking about what they think God is, which is interesting, but I think that we don't need to do that to understand that there is a creator and then try to rationalize how the creation must have unfolded from the mind of that creator versus what is that creator, which I don't think would be relevant to understanding how that creator, which is the mystery, the secrets of how it all started, how it all, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to throw that on the table. I think that the how was what we was trying to get at. If we get into, you're trying to get into who the creator is. Is it dark matter? Is it light matter? Who is it? That can go into like the theological side, but I'm gonna fall back.
So that's what I'm getting at. This is why evolution is supported by 97% of the scientists in the world, because it's backed by peer-reviewed articles that people can't debunk.
Peer review.
You don't understand the scientific method.
Man, you are
So basically, what I'm saying is that's
evolution
why
does not say nothing
you
about
have to move on. But
it does not say
for
nothing about
alternative
single cell,
theory,
kid, bro.
no one has anything that's backed by
Evolution comes
evidence.
from fucking monkeys, bro. Quit saying
Gentlemen.
evolution, then
But
going
there's
into a
evidence that
single cell
supports
debate,
evolution.
bro. That is evil.
Gentlemen.
There is no evidence to support that, you
I'm
fool.
not mad at him
There's
for
no
saying that,
evidence.
but he's trying to
Okay.
bring single cell into the evolution, and that's evil, bro. Them is two different types of theologies, bro, and that's evil to say they're one.
Well, evolution has
Gentlemen,
evidence.
gentlemen,
What Sanchez
I'm
said has
voting.
no evidence.
Gentlemen, I'm voting. Gentlemen, I'm voting that we move on
We have
because
no evidence for evolution, bro.
we're at an
Evolution
impasse.
is a
We're
scientific theory. Scientific
we're at an
theories are not
impasse.
made without evidence.
We have an impasse. He has no evidence. Hold on.
Oh my
Look,
God.
Hold on. Look, he has no evidence. We have no evidence. Why are we continue? Why is this argument continuing? There's no
nothing but
evidence on either
for
side.
evolution.
There's
Nothing but
there's
evidence.
there's nothing.
Right.
There's no evidence on either side.
Smoke is right. That's why I said we going down a avenue of like a theological sort of my belief, your belief debate.
No, I'm not
I
talking
feel
about
it,
beliefs.
man.
I'm simply asking for evidence that supports what you're saying, which you presented none.
Brother, let me explain
Okay.
something to you.
Okay.
Hold on. I told the man I'm giving my belief about the origin story. Smoke said nobody can know that. Another brother before Smoke said, look, man, ain't nobody around when this shit started, so no one can have a fact on that. He's the only egotistical nigga on the goddamn call think he got a fact, y'all, on how
No,
it
I said
started.
that
Everybody
evolution
else
backed by
is no.
evidence.
Let me stop. No, I heard about 2-3 brothers say, man, this some belief shit right here. Even Smoke just said, even when I gave my belief, I said, I'm gonna say this my belief, y'all. I'm not gonna call it a fact. And he keeps saying, I'm looking for the facts. Bro, I ain't giving you no facts on something I told you is just
evidence.
a belief and a theory. Bro, a person ain't got to give you no evidence on their fucking theory on how the creation started. That's dumb to ask them for. Every man on the call just said, okay, this some belief shit. Smoke, why can you explain to them why you just said what you just said, brother? Because you're right.
Because there's no evidence on either side of this argument that anyone could substantiate. I'm in favor of just. I'm in favor of
You
just.
said, Smoke, except for what you said, that we come from
Hey,
humans.
real words. Let Smoke finish, brother.
Right. I'm in favor of pushing this conversation to the next topic. All in agreement?
Yes.
Because you're right.
Yes.
You're right that we can't
because that's
prove none of
incorrect.
this
Because
shit
evolution is
unless
nothing
Hold
but
on, I want to
evidence.
add something. I like to add something.
And
Smoke.
he's still hollering evolution, dude.
Oh, we got white dude up in here.
No, Smoke, man. Before we depart to the next destination, I'd like to say something at least. I think it's wrong to say that we didn't start right from Lucy and modern humans at one time. There were 7 different species of humanoids on the earth at one time, and they lived in different areas.
So to say that it started in Africa.
Where is your proof at, my brother?
It's right there. Hold on, I can get it right now. It shows the skull fragments and everything. Let me see if I can screen share.
And his proof is gonna be somebody else's theory. That's the crazy part about it.
See, well, the problem is you guys got to educate
that makes-
yourselves on
hold
what a
on.
scientific theory is.
Yeah,
The scientific theory comes from a whole nother man that bring the same narrative than you.
Hold on, Jimmy. Hold on, Jimmy.
What's the difference between a scientific theory and a scientific law?
Hold on, Jimmy.
What?
I think
Fact.
I think
There
if
you
we,
go, Bap. It's a
hold on.
scientific theory and scientific fact. I think you.
Right.
What's
If
a
we
scientific fact? I never heard of a scientific fact.
Yeah.
hold
for
on, if we
scientific theory,
hold on.
you need to
You never heard of law?
I need all the intelligent people to just ignore the kid because he's gonna keep adding conjecture, preventing us from making any progress. We have to ignore him
But
if
you're
we're
a moron.
gonna
You don't
do
know what
so.
you're talking about.
That's cool. I'm in favor of ignoring you, so you can say whatever you want.
Just
I'm
look up
interested in
scientific
progress.
theory,
I'm
please.
I'm,
And
I'm
see,
interested
and
in
that's
progress. I'm interested in progress.
And
I'm
that's
just
the
interested in
problem with
progress.
people who go to these schools, bro, and think they know a little something because some white scientist then told them, so it got to be fact because they can sit up here and conjugate some
There's also
bullshit.
black scientists, Asian scientists. Wow.
Yeah, and
Just
it's
not engaged.
and they under the Eurocentric idea of science.
Hold on, just
Eurocentric, eugenics.
just don't engage.
Internet,
Hey,
science.
look, we're
internet,
dealing
You know
with an
what
idiot.
happened? I'm gonna tell
You're
you.
dealing with you're dealing with an idiot. Just don't engage.
Can I ask
He's an
y'all,
idiot.
brothers, something? This gonna be a deep question, and this is about brothers that got degrees versus just regular brothers like us who we ain't no dummies though, but we questioning everything around us, what you call street sense and all that too. Now I'm gonna make a point, and y'all tell me if y'all agree. A lot of the uppity cats with the degrees and stuff, they feel they got to defend government, defend science, defend all this stuff. When the regular cat just saying we need to question all this shit. I can't trust nobody because he's got a mindset that the world is against him and that, man, hey, you got to just move with caution. Where I think when a lot of time when you go to college, it give you in them 4 years, it creates an America in your mind that the rest of us don't live in. And something happened to these guys where they start becoming defenders of a system that we really need to question. It don't matter. Like, even if you work in politics, you should still question everything in the system, look for the flaws. Nobody should be defending none of this shit, because if you saying that it's a fact, then when we start questioning and putting it to the test, then it'll stand 10 toes down. It'll be a fact, and you'll say, see y'all, question it. See y'all, you'll question it with us. But that's what I'm saying. You come off more like a defender of this, you know, a lot of this stuff. But, you know, that's just my interpretation. It's a split right there, man.
Yeah, I just don't think that. I think questioning is a good idea. I think the problem arises is when you start answering the questions that you're giving yourself with your beliefs instead of actual research and known science.
But that's why everybody should have had their so-called standings on the subject, like we understand where everybody come from, and then at the end of it, give our disagreements or agreements and move on. I just think at the end of it, everybody agreed that it was just all a belief.
You can't tell someone to use their observation just like the scientific community used theirs and put together a theory which they has presented to you. Now you could do the same thing with data that backs your theory as well.
Yeah, but I can give a man I can give a man a hammer and I can give a man a hammer and nails.
Other than
I can
evolution.
listen, I can give a man a hammer and nails and put him next to a pile of wood. Could he build a house, or could the guy who knows how to build the house with the actual knowledge of building the house do it easier, right? I mean, come on.
Well, listen. The first motherfucker to do some building had a hammer and didn't know how to build a house. But he built the house with no science, nobody teaching them. Are you crazy?
Yeah, I know, Bap, in the beginning, yeah, but I'm talking about in modern times. I mean, that's just not the way it works, man.
So we dumber nowadays, and they was a lot smarter back then, huh?
No, they use the same science, but science is a way to describe something.
That's
the same science they took to build their structure is the same science we use now. It's just they didn't put a label on it.
That's a misconception. The ancient people were not unintelligent. They were smart at their time. That's what they did. For what their time was, they were smart. That's like, you can't. How do you judge?
Okay, then put something smarter in this time. Make something smarter in this time that was smarter back then. Make it show us the difference.
Oh,
We
the
had the
different.
internet now?
How about simple?
We had no electricity
Simple.
back then.
Simple. How about this? Turn off your power. Turn off your gas and your water. Turn off your toilet and try to live for just. I'd say 3 days.
Okay, that's all I'm asking. Now, when we look at pictures of now that we're waking up and not
So
listening
you
to
thought
the European,
people.
we can't say that we didn't have aqueducts and we didn't have
So
so-called
Romanex, you think people
in the
didn't have plumbing and housing and hot water and fresh water running through their shit 3,000, 5,000, 6,000 years ago in America?
Mm-hmm. And around the world?
Absolutely.
Don't do it, Ed. Don't do it, bro.
Absolutely.
This is a good subject now.
It always is.
No, I know. I don't want to jump to that subject. I don't want to go to that subject yet, guys.
Yeah, don't go to that subject.
Yeah, not yet, AB. Not yet, AB. I don't want
Don't
to
be
go to
scared
that.
of the subject now.
Oh, I'm not scared.
looking for that
I want to
subject.
stay
I
on
want
subject.
someone to show me some
wanna
evidence of black people being always in the Americas, and no one can ever show that to me.
Hey, we're working on it. We're working on it, Greba. We're working on it, man.
Hold on, let me address that.
Oh,
We can show you. We can hold up. Hold up. We can
go down.
hold up.
Always,
Do that.
always.
We can show you. We can show you black people in America right now.
So, like I was saying, so I'm looking for
No, you
evidence
can't.
for just human beings always being in the Americas, because that's always a claim. We've always
Okay,
been here.
I'm gonna start with the Olmec heads.
That's not always being in the Americas.
Let's go there, Sanchez.
How long we been there?
Well, look,
Sanchez, bring
I
out
don't
some
know.
Olmec heads.
I don't know if we need to talk about always being. I think we need to talk about
the first.
Hold on, no proof of civilizations in America prior to the time where historical timelines
There you
told
go.
us they should be there.
Yeah, there you go, Sanchez.
No,
there.
the always been. The claim is we've always been in the Americas.
Okay,
Hold on, let
if
me
the
say something.
Europeans
Let me
didn't
say
come
something,
over
brother.
on their timeline, if the Europeans didn't come over, if they said that their timeline, like Sanchez said, the timeline says 1500 after death, and Sanchez said that them Olmecs was here before 1500 after death. Now prove that we wasn't here. I'd agree.
I can.
Yeah.
I can right now. I can right now.
The
I can
Olmecs
right
were
now.
Native Americans, not black people.
I can right now. The Olmec. First of all, the Olmecs are they're paleo. They were like the last of the Paleo Indians. They were more southeast Polynesian, and then they were whatever we call whatever. That's what.
Do we have a picture? Do we have a picture of the Southeast Polynesian in this time frame? Or do we have an image?
Oh yeah.
Let's pull that image up of South Polynesians in the time frame that you suggest.
Let's go to Brogle. It's like Google, but bro Sanchez is like our
You know
Google.
them people look Negrito.
No, but see the first
No,
Americans
that's
came from
Yeah, but you
somewhere
gotta,
else.
hey, you gotta
No,
understand.
no,
People
hold
at
up.
that times wore a lot of
No,
paint. They wore a lot of
no.
different war paints. They had
Hold
a lot.
up.
There was a lot of sun down there. People
Hold
are
on.
more dark, man.
Hold on, you made an assertion, sir. We're gonna hold you to that. Let's
Okay.
get the image of the Southeast Polynesians. Let's get the image of the Southeast Polynesians that you are suggesting from the time
And
frame
compare
that you
them
are
to the
suggesting.
Olmecs. And compare them to the
Can we
Olmecs.
get that?
Yeah.
All right,
So
then.
are
Let's
you guys
lock off.
officially saying that you
Let's
haven't
lock
always
off.
been in the Americas? Is
Let's-
that now what you're saying? You haven't
Let's
always been in
compare
the
them to the Let's compare them to the Olmecs, and then let's compare the Olmecs to the African statues, because there's African statues too, and you'll see that they look like more like the Polynesians than they do the African statues. I've already looked into this. The Olmecs are a very cool civilization, but I'm sorry, they just weren't black.
No, I know that. I know that.
Oh, I know you do, Greba.
Where are you saying that they came from, Rob? Hold on, I didn't hear Rob's crazy ass. Where are you saying that the Olmecs came from?
The Olmecs came before the 13,000 year migration of the Native Americans and stuff.
So where did the blacks come from?
They came from Africa 500
No,
years.
I'm not asking you that because you came from a slave boat. Where did the blacks
Yeah,
come from, Rob?
What? I mean, what are you talking about when you say black? I don't understand.
You said that the Olmecs wasn't the blacks.
Well, they weren't what you guys considered black. I know they weren't. They were more.
Okay,
they
then
were
where did
more
the blacks come from then?
the blacks that are over in here in our country.
Yes.
Oh, you know my stance on that, man. I
Well, I want to hear your stance on this.
Slave ships. We already know his theory. Look.
He knows. Yeah, slaves. He's right,
Look.
man. I know.
Okay, if
Look.
we came from slave boats,
Hold
can you
on.
or Kid Grebo please prove Christopher Columbus touched America?
Nah, we don't want to go all over there, man. Them too many rabbit holes.
I'll just
Let's
make it
stick
quick.
to the topic, man.
Yeah, Christopher Columbus never touched America. So
Y'all moving the goalposts with all these extra curricular
No,
as
the
suggestions.
Because when
first
you look
claim
at them
was
Olmecs, them
you
was
gotta say
people
we've
that
always
was
been
playing
here.
sports. My
Let's
opinion,
hold
here
up.
go my
Support
belief.
that.
Here go my belief about the Olmec heads. Them was people that was playing sports and then like type of you know what I'm saying, hand-on-hand combat, like brutal people, the brutish, the brutal,
Yeah, they
the
had some
real.
cool stuff. Yes, they were cool
Yes,
people,
there
man.
you go. And you see that all through the Americas today with so-called black people. And I ain't saying that we wasn't playing sports with the Philippine and the Polynesian people, and they're not sports people neither. I'm not saying that. I'm just trying to say that's
Yeah.
over here like it is today, my brother. I digress.
Well, no, I know,
Where's
but
the evidence that there were
there's
black
also the main sport that you guys like was invented by a white guy. So come on, I mean,
What white guy? Name one sport that we love that was
James
invented by white.
Naismith. James Naismith invented modern basketball.
He invented
No,
modern
wait a minute.
basketball
Hold up.
after Civil
Hold up.
War.
Hold up,
Hold on, I
Root.
just want to say something.
Root.
I don't want to get off
Hold
topic.
on,
I
Root.
don't want to get off topic, man.
Root. Hold up, Root. You letting him get away with something. You overlooking what he's saying. You got to pay attention. He said modern basketball. What the fuck does that mean?
That means that they didn't play in a goddamn stone wall with a rubber ball that was made of molded rubber and fucking in a stone.
And I'm trying to say that they did not come up with that because when they brought it on TV, there was people in the colleges of Ohio State and Michigan that came up with the origins of playing college and level sports, but they never showed that them sports was being played at the younger schools.
I know, man. They never do.
I ain't cut you off, Rob. I ain't cut you off, Rob. I'm showing you the dude that you named is in a college. But see, people didn't make that sport in the college. It came from all the schools that was around America, and then people were allowed to go into the colleges after this era when we failed, sir, in the late 1800s.
I know. Hey, fact check. I know everybody has influences, but to say that,
sir, the dude was you talking about, was he in Ohio State College and Michigan College?
No, he's Canadian. A Canadian white guy invented basketball. James Naismith.
Where did he invent the basketball at, man?
In Canada. Look it up. James Naismith.
So
no, he actually stole it. He actually stole it from the back. He actually stole it from the black Canadians.
All right, whatever, man.
Just like they did hockey. Just like they did hockey. They stole hockey from the black Canadians. They stole back. Naismith stole basketball from the black Canadians. Look it up.
We stole everything. I'm sorry, man. I don't know.
Canada wasn't made until 1865 after the Reconstruction era. So they reconstructed a lot of history. Isn't that what it's called, the Reconstruction era and the Reconstruction Amendments?
I don't know what era you're referring to, man.
I don't want to go past. Hold up.
In the 1800s,
Go to the beginning of
How long?
1875, it's called the Reconstruction Amendments and the Reconstruction era, where they reconstructed all of our.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Is
Yeah,
that
I'm
right
sorry.
or wrong?
I didn't want to get off. I didn't want to go off into the swamp with this, man. I just wanted to make it.
Rob, I mean, because you're saying white people, a European made this stuff, and I don't think that Europeans can play basketball. Only Billies and Americans really can play basketball, man, and some Russians, but y'all just ain't really good at that, brother. So how can y'all make
that's like hey, hold on, I'm sorry. That's what I say. That's like borderline getting into the swamper. There's no reason for that's like a snide comment. I know what you're doing. There's no reason for that, and who cares who can play it? It doesn't matter. The game was invented for everybody to enjoy, to watch, go have fun.
How did y'all invent something when y'all came over here?
How long have the Aboriginals been in the Americas?
Forever.
Let me ask Rob.
No, it ain't no. You can't give him no answer. We're not talking to
you
dude.
said that when the Europeans came over here in 1600s, they seen some people over here. So the people
Right, but
that
how long
Rob
have
said
the
that
Aboriginals
made
been in
basketball.
America?
So
I'm
the
sorry,
people that
listen.
Rob said
man.
made basketball was the people that came over here and seen us playing basketball, and they
Fact
made
check.
a corporation out of it.
Fact check. Can I say something, man? Jesus. Listen, first of all, I never said that the people who came over here in 1492 stepped foot on America and they never met anybody here. That didn't come till later.
Yes, 1800s, 1900s is when you saying they
No,
made basketball. You said
1690.
they made basketball in the 1900s, sir, didn't
Okay,
you?
fact check. What? No, I don't know. I don't know the exact date
I
when they
know what
actually.
you're talking about. I'm looking it up, sir.
Yeah,
I'm looking at it.
like I said, I don't know the exact.
Bring that
date.
to. Hey, bring that to the table, Root. We want to see that
I
shit.
just want to see who
That's
did
what I'm
you say
talking
that
about.
made basketball, sir? He said a Canadian made basketball in what year, sir?
His name's
Sure
James Naismith. You can
Yeah,
look it up.
sometime in the 1800s or something.
There you go.
Yeah,
James,
the first game was played on an Apple basket, man. It was pretty cool.
Sure,
So
man.
my
Sure.
question is, how long have the Aboriginals been
Hold
in
up.
the Americas?
That's why I asked him what time
Anyone
was
answer
this
that
because it's
question?
called
We don't know. No, we're not answering that question.
They have been here forever since the beginning.
Yeah, I know that's what they say, but I'm
Hey,
still
hey, salutes. I'm gonna hop back on if you still live in a few. Bap salutes, y'all.
Salute, Sanchez.
All right, salute, bro, Sanchez.
You talk about when we talk about the Reconstruction era and the Reconstruction amendments, that's law and it's history. That's when all this stuff that got Reconstruction and said the Europeans came over here and made this stuff. That's why I asked him.
That's why I'm asking, how long have the Aboriginals been on the Americas?
None of your business. Now, come on, Ru. Go ahead.
So how do you show the evidence for being forever in
Man,
America?
I'm not talking about that. We're talking about basketball right now, Kid Grebo.
Yeah, hey, Grebo, it's better to debate the what do you call them? Hold on, let me think of the word. It's better to
Now,
debate.
hold on, no, my brother.
No, because this
Okay, fact check. Okay, fact check. Hey, bring up your stuff. Fact check. I'm just telling
Why
Grebo.
are you running away from the stuff you said, my brother?
See, this is where the waters get
there's
muddy.
no point. There's no Grebo. There's no point of arguing the origin. Let's argue
Okay,
the.
Kid Grebo. Let me jump on you real quick, Kid Grebo. You said we come from Africa.
Root word,
Yeah, you know you don't want this sword. Let's get on some respectful shit. You said we come from Africa, right?
Hey man, don't get
all
engaged.
humans come from Africa.
Okay, there you go. Where the slave boats at? Produce one slave boat.
I gave you that that website that had listed all the ships and all the.
They said they never reached the United States of America. Now give me one slave boat that reached the United States of America, sir.
Pages. But I mean, most of the
when we looked at that, did any of them boats say they reached the United States of America?
We would have to pull it up. It's
Hold on. I got it even better.
When we looked at that list, did any of them names say they reached the United States of America?
We didn't get through the whole
you
thing.
can go tour a slave ship in
You
Italy
only
right
went to, I
now.
think there's 3 pages, but I think there's like 8 or 10 pages.
Yes, and when we looked at it on my channel, there was no boats that reached the United States of America.
Well, we didn't look the whole thing up though.
We did look the whole thing
no,
up.
there was like 10
That's why
pages.
I'm
I think we
asking
went to the 3rd page.
So you saying, hold on, so did Christopher Columbus or any slave boat reach America?
Christopher Columbus wasn't a slave ship in the beginning. That wasn't a slave
So
boat.
I'm gonna ask y'all, where did we get to America if y'all can't produce a slave boat for 400 years?
Yes,
From
we
the
did.
Caribbean
Yes,
to
there
the
was.
Americas.
Because
slavery
America
ended in
didn't have slave
1865.
ships.
Slavery ended in
didn't have.
1865, and pictures was out before 1865. Produce
No,
a picture of
fact
slave
check.
ships.
Hold up. Hey Ru, word. Hey Ru, when you ask the question, you gotta let them answer it, bro. Come on
so
now.
basically,
Keep the shit congenial.
You can't ramble for 10 minutes. You gotta ramble.
Well, no, see, the thing is, the slavevoyages.com, I mean, that has all the records right there.
No, you
So,
can go.
I mean,
You can go tour a slave ship in Spain. They have one docked. It's in Spain. Look it up.
That's a cargo
then we got
the rest
Ghana
were all
apologizing
listen,
for their role in
listen.
the slave trade.
The rest of them were all deconstructed and destroyed because slavery is a terrible thing, and people wanted to erase it. They didn't want to. They were.
Wait a minute.
Hey,
Wait a
can I
minute.
put my screen
Wait a
on high
minute.
power so I can share my screen so we can look up these slave voyages?
That's
So I'm
right.
just trying to
Listen,
say.
and one last thing.
Hold on, Rob,
Rick.
you got next, brother. I just want him to, because I'm looking up slave voyages, and if Aboriginal Power would share the screen, I'm showing that not nary slave boat ever touched the United States of America, and Christopher Columbus did not touch America. So I'm just like trying to eliminate the process of facts or fiction. That's all.
I agree about the Columbus part. I agree about the Columbus part, but slave ships.
I think Aboriginal Power stepped away though.
Okay, so now I'm just trying to say though that I'm looking at these slave voyage ships, and all of them on page 1, 2, and 3, none of them reached the United States of America.
There's a lot more ships than that. America never had a slave ship that sailed under American flag.
Thank you. Okay, Rob. So I'm saying in 1865, can you show me a picture of any slave boats, because we have pictures then?
Yes, there was a picture of the USS Alabama, I think they called it. I'm not sure.
Yes, that's a warship that we made over here.
Can I finish my goddamn thing, dude? Holy shit. I can't tell you 5 seconds of something and then you just deconstruct it right in mid-sentence. I know, I'm telling you, the USS Alabama, which was supposedly used as the last renegade slave ship, like when the government banned it, they didn't want anybody to do it anymore, because actually the transportation of slaves was banned long before 1865. Long before that. It was illegal.
I think it was 1808. I think it was 1808. But the real question that should be asked is when they start cataloging.
Dog, there's no way you can tell me those wooden goddamn ships made it all the way from some goddamn Spain, went to Africa, picked them up, and made it across the goddamn ocean all the way here, directly here. No.
I can explain it real quick.
I need to ask y'all a question. Where are all these emotions coming from with all these grown ass men on the panel?
Because we're all very
wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. I'm not finished. I'm I'm detecting too much estrogen up here. Calm that shit down, bro.
You want to kiss me, Smoke? You want to kiss me, Smoke?
The fuck down.
You want to kiss me?
Good shit, Smoke. Good shit, Smoke.
You want to kiss me, don't you, Smoke?
Damn, bro,
Cut
we
it
on
out.
that shit for your culture with that freak ass shit, bro. Come on, that freak shit you want, bro. We ain't on
I
that.
know. You know those white guys get all weird and shit with the gay shit.
Yeah, I know. You know.
Hit the
As
like,
long as you know.
subscribe, y'all. Tell a friend.
Hey, bro. Why the people in the bottom pop murals don't look like Native Americans?
Because people look different, man. It really is that simple.
No, you said there wasn't no black people in America. Like, I'm gonna just use that for colloquial terms. You said there wasn't none here. So why do people in the Bonaparte murals inside of a cave, inside of a pyramid, why do they look like us? Why do they look exactly like
Well,
us?
because how many stones do you know that are white?
What does that mean? They painted the color blue. They also
yeah,
depicted the color
they're
white.
gonna
They can
paint.
depict the color if they want.
Well, yeah,
They
because
had all the colors.
they probably didn't see any white people like you would see me, but they seen people who probably look tan, like a tan.
No, because on the Mayan codexes, when they showing the warriors that was here, humming up them people that was invaders, they drew the invaders as light skinned.
Yeah. Okay.
They
Hey, you.
differentiated the skin
Lions,
tone.
then. What
Hey,
happened to
I
them? They
want
just
to say something. I don't want to lose my
No,
train
we
of thought.
right here. King Grebo silence.
I want to explain this. I don't want to lose my train of thought. I can explain it like this. When you see me, you guys see a picture of me all the time. Dark hair, bald guy, whatever. Now, when you see me, you see a redheaded guy, you see a blonde guy. Do we all look white?
Yes.
All right. Now, when you see, okay, hold on.
Yes.
Listen. Now, listen. When you see Manute Bol, Steph Curry, and Drake, do they all look black?
Yeah, that's a deep ass question, Rob. You moved the goalpost.
Well, and I'm gonna answer that. Let me answer that. That's because the term black is more of a social status term than the actual of the color of your skin. Black and
I argue that all the time.
In the United States right now.
Let me answer. You see, my hair, my skin don't match the color of my hair, which is absolutely black. You see? We are brown skinned people. You see, and that goes back to that term when we was talking about who's the true God of people or whatever. We have melanin. Everything started from melanin. Without melanin, there would be no life. White people, what you would call white people, have low levels of melanin, what makes them give them the pale skin.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Yo, Rob.
That's
Wait a minute.
Hold
on, y'all.
Let me ask Rob
Wait
a
a minute.
question. Hey, yo, Rob.
Wait a minute.
Rob,
Wait a
you
minute. Hold on,
do
real quick.
know Columbus. You do know Columbus touched down on what we call modern day Hispaniola, right?
Yeah,
you know that, Rob.
Yeah, like what was
okay? Now when he got to Hispaniola, which is modern day Haiti and Puerto Rico, who did Columbus say he encountered?
The Native Americans that look like the Orientals.
He said
He's
that
talking to Rob, bro. Talking to Rob. Go ahead, Rob.
In the book, Columbus said it was dark-skinned natives.
No, he said he actually no.
Exactly.
Actually, he
like
said,
Orientals
"Oh my
is what
gosh,
he said,
guys,
too.
I'm about to help you."
No, he said dark-skinned
I'm about to make
natives,
the
brother,
case
and
for
they
you.
drew it.
Calm down.
Let Rob answer. Let Rob answer.
Hey, the
Let
crazy thing
Rob
is,
answer.
he actually said they look as if what we would call the Negroes. And no joke, that's the truth. See, but it's all
okay. So what are you talking about?
They look like they're
Now let's
Orientals.
get to Kid Grebo so we can keep it going because he's gonna say some crazy shit, but let him go for 30 seconds. What you say, Kid Grebo, so we can
Okay,
keep the
so
conversation
in that same quote, I believe it was not a coincidence, played the whole quote where he said they look like Orientals. Okay, so
Okay,
no,
he
he did not. He didn't say
number
that.
two. Number two,
Orientals
said they were
was
dark-skinned
West
natives.
African or Central African. So
okay, now let's
who
have
cares
that
what
little
the
nice
painting
little
said?
deal. My brother Rob said they look like Negroes, and
Yeah.
you saying they look like Africans. Now,
Yeah,
let's
first of all,
let's see
they
where
would
we
never use the
agree
word
at and keep it
African. They would
moving.
never use the word African.
No, I said Orientals.
They would never use the word
Okay, and
Oriental.
I'm agreeing with Rob said that I think that they said they look like Negroes and dark people of this land.
For
Now,
sure.
let everybody
He
else
specifically said they were dark skinned, not unlike the Ethiopians. That's what he specifically said.
Yeah,
Who the
pretty
fuck
much.
The Ethiopians
He also
look
said
like?
Oriental.
Yeah.
Okay, now if
No.
anybody else would like to
But
chime in, no
anyways,
disrespect, it's just a
the
debate.
I'm about to chime in on that. Let me
Hold
chime
on.
in on it.
Real quick. Just real quick. Look, can we get a definition or an image of an Oriental, because if this is part of the assertion, it has to be quantified.
You really need to.
And they can't be quantified because Columbus never said that. He said they was dark skinned natives.
I'm looking for the quote right now.
They looked at like.
Well,
And
no
I like
matter
how
what.
Ken was doing this though, where we're kicking one view out without arguing. I digress.
Well, this is what I'm gonna say, and I don't want to interrupt nobody, but Oriental derives from what they would call the motherland, which some would call the motherland, East Africa and stuff. But if he's saying they look like Oriental, that means he ran into some Bering Strait natives. and what I mean by Bering Strait natives, I'm talking about the Russian cream cheddar looking people, not the cream cheddar looking people, my bad, but the Russian people or whatever who came here, the Asiatic people who came here, and all them people are derivatives of us because we was everywhere.
No, see, no.
Wait a minute.
No,
Wait a minute.
everywhere. No, humanoids were not everywhere. The modern man was not everywhere.
Hold on.
I think you guys
Hold
get
on.
that.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit what you're saying. That's bullshit.
Estrogen levels are increasing. Estrogen levels are increasing. Look,
please let me.
We need a definition for Oriental, bro. Let's eliminate Oriental if we can.
Oriental.
We need to get.
I think we should eliminate it.
Right. We need to get this off the table. This Oriental shit is holding us up. Can we get a definition of Oriental?
Eliminate that shit. Fuck that.
Can I ask y'all?
I am looking for the master.
Do y'all know why Columbus even set sail to the so-called Americas?
He was looking for Jerusalem.
No,
why?
Wait a minute, hold on. I'm going to tell you why. I got the book. I can share the book if y'all want, but the reason why Columbus asked Ferdinand and Queen Isabella to come across because two dark-skinned Negroes, he's quoted, two dark-skinned Negroes washed up on the shores of Spain. So he said, hey, man, listen, it got to be some other land across there because look at these dark Negroes that washed up dead on the shore. And that's what made Columbus set sail to the Americas.
What?
I got the book to prove.
I never heard that in my life.
I never heard that one. That's a new one. That's a new one.
Hold up. Let's get back.
I'm about to
get back.
Hold on. I'm about to get the book.
One mic.
I'm not debating. I'm not arguing.
Listen, man, I appreciate everybody for coming through, man. This was a dope ass, you know what I mean, live stream with debates and shit, man. I got to get out of here, man. We didn't hit 4 hours. I got shit to do today. This is my third live stream today, by the way. So listen, man, I got shit to do. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. This was a dope conversation. We'll definitely come back and revisit these topics. But with that being said, man, I appreciate everybody for coming through. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. For those who want to support the channel for my time and content, all information is on the screen. Make sure y'all be safe, be aware, stay vigilant, stay dangerous. It's your brother Aboriginal Power. We out. Peace.
All right, man.
Suave on the track.
Whatever it takes. The leeway.
Coco, this your season right now.
They won't see me. They won't let me, yeah. I gotta sleep with one eye open, tripping, making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the stirrup. I know the odds wanna murder. I got a feeling, keep my stomach paranoid, yeah. I won't let them, yeah. They won't see me, yeah. I gotta sleep with one eye open, tripping, making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the stirrup. I know the odds wanna murder. I got a feeling, keep my stomach paranoid, yeah. I can't let them, yeah. They won't see me, yeah. I put attention, all in my blood, all in my veins. They started with perky, now that hair right up his veins. You started with serving, now them drugs drove you insane. Started with Dylan, I grew up with killers, they taught me the game. I got some niggas that die behind, and that shit won't never the same. I know some niggas that lie behind, and that bullet had his name. Ain't no reason to cry about, cause that shit won't never change. MTF the 4th and P, my niggas can't get out the game. I gotta sleep with one eye open, tripping, making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the stirrup. I know the odds wanna murder. I got a feeling, keep my stomach paranoid, yeah. I won't let them, yeah.